lights, screens glowing blue. Got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. Truth got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, guys. We just call hoes down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, guys.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stamps, leave your clothes, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtle Boy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. I'm not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody.
You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog out.
Let's get this party started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry about that. Woo! How's everyone doing out there? Sorry, I got a cold, guys. I got a cold. It's going to be tough. We're going to get through this. I almost didn't do the show tonight because I have, my voice is dying. Anyway, welcome to the drama-free show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your drama-free host here. My name's Aidan Kearney. There's no way my voice is going to make it, huh? I don't think I'm going to last. Anyway, my name's Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of names if you like. Up to and including, what else? A. Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name. Journalism Jesus, my spiritual name. You can call me Turtle Boy, Uncle Turtle Boy. I prefer Dr. Turtle Boy. It's my preferred pronoun of choice because if Judd Welch is a doctor, so am I. Saint Turtle Boy. Mr. Media. You call me daddy if you'd like, call me fridge daddy, brow daddy, crowd daddy, theater daddy. I don't care what kind of daddy you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me and hit the notification bell. Is that still a thing? I don't even know. And you'll be great. All right. So as you guys can see here, I got a cold. I don't even know. It might be like more than a cold. I don't know. It's been rough. I started getting it on like Tuesday night when I did the show. I had it. It got worse. Like my Christmas sucked as far as the cold goes. It sucked. My birthday sucked. I turned 44 there. And then today I felt a little bit better. I wasn't like coughing balls today, but we'll see how the voice lasts. But had a good time. Yeah. All right, cool. What else are we doing? All right. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click the link at the top for something called Turtle Chat. When you do that, you can pay whatever you want, say whatever you want, and I'll read your message out loud to the class for everyone to hear, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. Let me see if I can pull this up. Man, do I sound like I have a cold? Because I can like hear it in my own voice. Struggling, bro. Struggling. We're going to get through it, though. We're going to get through this. Did we pin it to the top? I didn't even notice it. Hold on. There it is. Okay, cool. All right. I can't even refresh this. It's not even working. God damn it. We're having a tough time. Hold on. All right, we got this one from Stephanie. Sends $15 and says, "Happy birthday, Unc." Well, thank you very much, Stephanie. I graciously appreciate that. Another one from Holly. I know this is from the other day. She sent $25 and says, "Happy birthday." I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Do we have any more here? I can't even work the turtle chat right now. Is it not working? Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, so what's going on out there? So did you guys have a good Christmas? Hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Mine was good. Santa came. He brought really expensive toys that I didn't get when I was a kid, like Nintendo Switch 2s, Apple Watches. You gotta watch out for those. And what else did we have there? I forget. But anyway, all sorts of stuff. And I spent time with the family. And one of the first questions I asked them was, have you guys ever seen this movie called The Family Stone before? I mean, you guys ever seen this before, this movie? And they all just looked at me. Yup. We all saw that movie. And then we didn't even have to say another word. I'm just like, okay. Yep. So they all saw the movie. Okay. Yep. Literally no other. And I'm like, and I go, I looked at him. I'm like, and you didn't say anything? You didn't say anything? I'm like, what the hell, family? You know what I mean? So it was nice spending time with the family like that. But, it's funny. You have these conversations with them, but it was good. But anyway, that's it. We're not going any more into that, but I'm just talking about family time. You know what I mean? Talking about family time. What else are people saying out there? Dude, I'm struggling here, man. Struggling. So tonight, here's what we're talking about tonight, because we don't have any more new news because it's been Christmas. And, so we're going to talk about Lauren Matthias because I haven't had a chance to do that, right? And I'm going to pull this up. We haven't had a chance to go over the Lauren Matthias body cam yet, have we? So we're going to go over that tonight. That's what we're going to do tonight. I've been meaning to get around to that. And I have it all here. And hopefully I'm going to get this chick Christina on my show one of these days that started this whole thing. Snot Daddy. I know, dude. I'm struggling, bro. Struggling. All right, cool. Before I do that, actually, got a couple cash apps here I'm supposed to read. All right, hold on. All right, Lindsay sends $5 and goes, Gabby, get your butt crack back here, love. Okay, take that, Gabby. GiGi sends $5 and goes, tell my sister Kim Harvell, or sends $50 and goes, tell my sister Kim Harvell to fuck off. Happy birthday. It's Kim's birthday or happy belated one to me. I'm not sure. Well, thank you very much for Kim. Yeah, go fuck off, Kim. Take that. Good sister you have there. Okay, cool. Let me see. Yeah, we also have the other Mary B sends $5 on Turtle Chat and says, I've been down with the sickness too. Mad respect for you for coming on tonight, but please rest. We'll understand. Happy Turt Day. We love you. Prayers. You get better quick. Okay. Well, thank you very much. The other Mary B. I appreciate that greatly. All right. All right, cool. So let's just get started on this, shall we? If anyone else wants their messages read out loud to the class, the link for the Turtle Chat is up top. The Cash App is $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and you can do it that way if you'd like. Okay, cool. All right. So let's pull it up here. What do we got? I know I have these somewhere. Hold on. I got to get these links. I got links all over the place here. One sec. All right. So the first one we're going to watch here, if you guys are unfamiliar with Lauren Matthias, just go watch my mega streams about her. Let's see where to go right there. Here it is. All right. So this one is from Boise. All right. This and according to what I've read about this, right? So this was back when Grayson, Paper Plate Face Grayson, and Lauren were like out eating a meal of food in Boise, and some Christina, who's the TikTok lady, who's like the stalker as she calls her, was there with some friends or something like that. I don't even think that. No, Christina wasn't even there. She wasn't even there. And her friends went over to Lauren and was like, why are you such a bitch? I guess, like, why are you here? Something to that effect. And, actually, Christina made a TikTok kind of explaining it. So I'm going to I should play the TikTok of this first. So let me send this TikTok first. This will make sense. All right. Give me one sec. All right. Hold on. We're going to pull it up over here. Play the TikTok.
Problem. She sent my friend, let's call her friend a cease and desist, and then walked right up to her to start talking. Friend A avoided her completely. They work in the same space, so overlap happens. But the rule friend A made was simple. If she talks to me, I will not speak to her back. One night, my friend, including friend A and others, are at a restaurant. They've been there for 2 hours. As they're about to wrap up their dinner and leave, ex-friend walks in and sits by the door with her assistant. It's a choose your own seating restaurant, and she chose to sit by the exit. A friend of mine, let's call her friend B, walks out of the bathroom and sees ex-friend and says to her, do not talk to friend A. You sent her a cease and desist full of lies, by the way. And she does not want to talk to you. Friend B then walks away. Of course, ex-friend is like, oh, she can fight her own battles. Well, duh, she can fight her own battles, but you sent her freaking cease and desist full of untrue claims. So you're making others fight her battle. Okay? Okay. Hours later, my ex-friend goes to the police claiming my friends were stalking her, even though my friends had been at that restaurant first. For multiple hours had been at that restaurant first. It's like calling 911 on someone for being in the same room you just walked into. That's how unhinged this ex-friend is.
All right.
I know what you know what, abusers will often create problems.
All right. So, in a nutshell there, Lauren and Grayson go to this restaurant in Boise where two of her friends are. Christina's not there. But Lauren has also sent a cease and desist to one of the other people that's at the restaurant, because this is what she does. She just sends cease and desists all the time to people when they say things that she doesn't like about her, when she wants to silence them. And so the other one who's there with the friend that got the cease and desist goes up to her and is like, hey, what are you doing? Like, she doesn't want to talk to you. Basically, we don't want any problems. That seems to be what happens there. That seems to be what happens. All right. So let's pull it back up now. Now let's go watch the body cam footage of what happens, because they apparently, Lauren and Grayson, call the cops. They call the Boise police on the people at the restaurant. This is like something worth calling the cops over.
This is okay to go. Order and apologize.
Yep.
Thank you for calling back, officer. I don't know what dispatch told you, but I just feel, this is so I'm a reporter and a podcast host, so it's semi-micro public figure, whatever. Actually, I used to be a reporter here in Boise for a couple of years, a decade ago.
Oh,
but
nice.
Yeah, you guys are great. Worked a lot with you guys. And so I travel all over the country now for criminal trials, and there's been a group of people that follow me around. There's even they even made a TikTok account, just cyberbullying me, but whatever. I'm a 45-year-old mother. I can, it happens.
I can do with cyberbullying, yes, right.
I could, right. And we ignore it. They show up at trials. We show up. They're it's not their career.
Right.
It's mine. Sure. So they're like trial tourists, and of course we're here for the Brian Koberger sentencing.
Sure.
But it's starting to escalate. So they approached me in Arizona.
So basically, there's these people who, they're not important. I'm important. I'm a big shot reporter, but these people are not big shot reporters. They just come around to this stuff because they're interested in this stuff. And I'm not sure what crime they've committed, but they have a TikTok. And that's a really big deal, the TikTok.
Recently, a month ago, and the bailiffs had to kick them out. I got her, please leave me alone. I feel threatened.
Right.
And the bailiffs actually ended up, saying, don't please approach her. And at this, the same thing is happening, and it's just sort of escalating. It's like embarrassing for me to call, but we're at the point. My 24-year-old producer is in tears right now because she
oh
feels
my
like
God,
they're gonna become physical. So
fucking Grayson.
We respect them. We stay away from them. There was a press conference, and so we're at dinner at Bitter Creek. We're at the balcony. They must have been inside. We didn't know. We're just eating. And
we're
they approached our table and started yelling. Ironically, we were recording because their other friend that the bailiff kicked out in Arizona, she was across the street filming me. So I said, look at that. She's filming me. That's so funny. So I set my phone, not knowing we were going to be approached, on my table at Bitter Creek, pointing out to the street, because this woman actually flipped me off. I didn't get that on camera, but she flipped me off, and I was like, this is awkward. She's filming me. So I put it off, and then from inside, two of her friends that she was with came out and approached our table and started yelling at me, saying, stop, and we said, please leave me alone. I feel threatened. I haven't done nothing wrong. Please, just leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Our waiter saw it. And it was intense, and it was all on camera because I don't think they knew when they approached, but I was filming because of their friend on the street. So I do have it on recording.
Okay.
And then they went across the street and actually sat there for over an hour after they ate here, just sort of in our sight. You know, so it was very uncomfortable. We thought, oh my gosh, they're waiting. Because they've done this before too, waiting to approach us in public areas. And right when we called dispatch, actually, we waited for an hour. Our waiter saw it happen. So I was like, I'll double tip you. We just need to wait here. We waited for an hour. I finally called because we're genuinely, I don't want to be too cocky that I think it could never happen to us. Like, who the hell cares? Like, you're not going to approach, you know, just there is some concern that this cyberbullying has gone real life and is escalating to being approached at private dinners to starting a thing you needed it.
What is she saying? Why is this
They come just talking to me face to face.
Okay, I would love that.
Yeah, like if you walk out of Bitter Creek, just look left. I'm right here.
I'm in a pink sweatshirt walking out.
All right, see you in a second.
Okay, thank you.
Sweatshirt.
All right. Yeah.
Like I've never.
Here we go.
I am even a true crime podcast, so I'm like, and my husband's a criminal psychologist, so I'm like, I don't want to call you guys when I don't want to be that person to like call, help me. It'd be like, it's just getting kind of weird. Like it's just escalating. And the funny,
are they still here?
So we lost, like, I don't know. So right when I called dispatch, that's when my producer and you know what, she's 24 and she's in tears. So like, I'm 45. Like, I'm like, okay, like I got to take care of her too. Like she's like, this is why people get rid. Yeah, we haven't paid. I don't want them thinking I'm dining and dashing. Sure. Our waiter's been super kind. So if you could wait for a minute, I'll go get her and pay.
Okay.
And then I'll be out so our waiter knows. And what was your name, officer?
Sergeant
Jacobson, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate your time.
No problem.
I'll go get her. Yeah, she's
right. So this is the one thing I would say, and I don't know what's happened in Arizona or the other places that you've done things, but eventually somewhere you have to start putting the record down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which means, like, in the state of Idaho, there's no harassment unless they're doing telephonically. Then there's harassment code. There's also malicious harassment, but that has much more to do with racism and those sort of things. In reference to something like this, it would be somewhere in the realm of stalking. But in order to get to stalking, right now, it would just be misdemeanor. It has to be a repeated thing that's harassing and concerning to you. That makes sense? So tonight, you can mark down one and say, hey, it's right near the book on this date. Contact Sergeant Jacobs. It's in dispatch. And tomorrow, they do it again. Hit us up, come down, arrest them for misdemeanor stalking.
Okay.
Because it's a consistent something that they're doing.
Did you pay? Yeah. So he knows we're not dining and dash. The officer? Sergeant, forgive me. Sergeant Jacobson. And he's telling us sort of what to do. And wait, I do have to document. Like, I have it on video in Arizona, too, because she approached. I get so nervous around them. They just start recording. And they actually, the reason why they kicked him out is I had the video of me just walking in and them approaching me again. Yeah. And I said, please leave me alone. And threatened. And she came up and,
And to be honest with you, like, that might, like, when was it Arizona?
A month ago? It was 1 month ago. It's all these, like, high-profile cases. The Lori Ballard tragedy case there.
Why is Grayson fucking crying? They cry over everything. First of all, what is that sweater too? What is that? So they went in again. They sat down in a restaurant and they were just there. And they came up to them and were like, "Hey, can you just like don't talk to her?" And that was it. And Grayson's fucking crying over this because everything makes Grayson cry.
Or not Chad Dable. Chad Dable's here. You know, and then we come up here. It's the same thing. We have to go back to Arizona. We have to go back to Arizona tomorrow. So
They're following us states. Like the thing
and you can say that these are public trials, but they're trial tourists. I do it for my work. I'm actually the breadwinner in my family with my husband. You know, I don't have a choice to go to these.
They were filming me today, like inside the courthouse and outside. She had a camera 3 feet from my face and just ignored it.
So some of this is First Amendment stuff. Some of it is the harassment / stalking. Again, I know you don't have the harassment code. You have a stalking code, which is as it's on your finger that it's.
Could I record this?
Sure, I'm recording too.
Okay. Yeah.
It's repeated incidents that cause concern, right? Where they're
my server who's taking care of that got one of their names. Her name is Amber Sumter, SUMPTER. Apparently she works for CNN.
No, that's not that.
No, it's not one of the 5 that were over there.
Oh, was she with them? She might have been with them, but that is not who has been following us from yet. Yeah, we're one of anything. But like this was a witness too. Like you saw come to our team.
Yeah, there was a lady that came up and was just kind of, I don't know if it was really harassing them or, you know, just obviously being really uncomfortable. And,
right, sure.
But still,
like I was telling them, there's no real harassment code, but there is a stalking code, but it's got to be repeated. Right. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if it being happening in Arizona and then happening here would constitute an Idaho code or a continuance of that behavior in Idaho to cause us to be able to arrest or to send them to jail for it.
Yeah.
But
thank you. And what was your name? Matthew. That's your last name. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I apologize.
My concern is just that like I'm not responding and then they're escalating. Like we see this day in and day out. What happens next?
So he's telling us what to
Oh
do.
my God.
So I would say
what happens next?
Especially if you come back here or if you're going to Arizona, whenever they're doing something that's going to be concerning to you, harassing you, making you uncomfortable, be violent, assaulting, threats, those sort of things, call every single time. Right? Especially if it's in the same jurisdiction, because then you can kind of document the fact in this jurisdiction this person has done this many times to follow.
No,
right? Because you guys know true crime, it's got to fall within that code.
Yeah.
You have to prove everything that's happening there. So I would call every time they're doing this. Now there is a difference between harassment and kind of their free speech stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So they can follow you to a trial and hold a camera 3 feet from your face, and there's really not
yes,
a lot that you
yes,
can do about it.
yes.
It happens to me all the time. People follow us around you, that sort of stuff, and there's nothing really we can do about it. It just kind of falls under that First Amendment section. However,
Grayson doesn't like that.
Table, right, that's a different story.
Oh my
you're
God!
Work, you're not doing your thing. Like they're coming to you personally. That's different. If they're coming to your place of work, like say wherever you do your podcast or whatever news station you work for, and they're doing.
Okay, so this cop has no idea what he's talking about. He's like, "Well, you have free speech. People have free speech rights. They can come up to you, unless you're at a table. Then they can't do that. That is not how this works. What was that caveat? What was that caveat, dude? What are you talking about
there? That's a different story, right? So for here, say you work at Channel 7 or whatever here, and they kept coming to your place there.
Dude, Grayson's pants are like begging for mercy. Look at those things. Just look at those pants. Look at those things. They are bursting at the seams, and they are just hanging on for dear life. That button is getting that work in. That is the strongest button ever made right there. The one that is holding Grayson's pants up right now. That deserves a fucking award. Look at those. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Go.
Channel 6. I worked at
Channel 6. Channel 6. But I'd be in Napa, so I can't be out of Channel 7. And then they were coming here. Then I would definitely have the stalking code, right? Because they're following you around, continually causing harassment.
And we do have 2 of those. They're in different jurisdictions, so we do have her approaching me in Arizona, and we have her approaching us here.
Right.
But yeah.
And if you want, I can look and see if that one in Arizona would work for a continuance of them harassing you and causing this stalking in Idaho. You definitely check that out. If that's something you're interested in, or if you just want to go home and have the fact that you document on the phone and if you're talking to me tonight, you can do that too. Whichever you guys would like.
Yeah. Do you want him to check and see if there's a way to the jurisdiction? Okay,
I don't want to be they're escalating.
Sure. Yeah. And do you guys have their names? Do you know their names?
Yep.
You have names. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we have their
Yeah. Let me check that out. Let's see. I'll have you guys stay on that side, but you can talk to me from the window.
Right, I agree. And unfortunately, this is what Bill O'Neill got. Like that makes that get something more substantial. Well, luckily that worked. They approached and it was unprovoked.
I know it's also cool with the handy dandy Uber button. buddy, I got a question. Actually, to be honest with you, it might go all the way up to.
Go up to where?
It might go up to the on-call prosecutor. But for a misdemeanor stalking, can we consider something that happened in another state as part of the course of conduct for the repeated part? So, for instance, I have reporters here who are here for the Coburg case of sentencing, and they have a group of people who are following them around from their trial case reporters, and there's a group of people who are following them around from state to state. They were in Arizona. When was that Arizona one?
I was in Arizona a month ago.
They were in Arizona a month ago in Maricopa County doing a case, and these people know them and harass them there, and they were
Bailiffs acknowledged it.
the bailiffs. It got to the point where the bailiffs had to kick them out of the courtroom because they were bothering these ladies so much. Well, those same people are here in town, and tonight they found them at a restaurant and approached them and were harassing them, doing a bunch of stuff, to the point where even the waiters were like, "Yeah, we're going to get them out of the restaurant, and you guys are going to stay here." And they called us because they were worried something might happen. So my question is if it happened in another state, can we put that as a continuance?
Oh my God!
You know, for the misdemeanor stalking.
Dude, I don't know.
That's kind of what I was.
I don't see why not, but I don't know.
Right.
I would call the on-call prosecutor.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I thought you were gonna say.
So, sorry, buddy. I just don't know. I mean, I don't see why not. But did they file a police report in Arizona?
No, they have not filed. This is the first time that they've filed a police report, because last time they were at court and the bailiff kicked these people out. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude.
Okay. I'll see if I got the on-call. If I don't have the on-call, I'll give you a call back and get that number. Okay.
Sorry, bro.
All right, okay.
Basically, they were also at the Lori Daybell trial in Arizona, and they saw us there, and they didn't really do anything there either, but besides be there, and we didn't really like them being there, and that's it. So we want them to be arrested. I mean, why are the cops wasting they'd be like, I don't know what you want me to do. You're at a fucking restaurant and two other people there, and they briefly talk to you, and that's it. That's it.
Henderson. But those are both about.
Yeah.
There wasn't another reporter with them, was there? Yeah, I think that was wrong.
I'm looking at the code right now.
Please leave your message for.
I'm Jacobs with Boise. Just have a question in reference to stalking and the repeated aspect of the code. Wondering if it would count if the first contact was in, say, Arizona, and the second contact was here.
Oh my God. They're really looking into this. They are really looking into this.
Okay, so this is kind of what it says, just so you guys know. If a person engages in a course of conduct that seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the victim and is such as would cause a reasonable person substantially emotional distress, or engages in a course of conduct such as would cause a reasonable person to be in fear of death or physical injury, or in fear of the death or physical injury of a family or household member.
Yep.
So the part I'm worried about is the course of conduct means separate course of conduct.
Mm-hmm.
So they after they do the main part, they do definitions. So in here it says, as used in this section, course of conduct means repeated acts of non-consensual contact involving the victim or a family or household member of the victims, provided, however, that constitutionally protected activities is not included within the meaning of this definition. So there's another part that we have to kind of worry about is, are they going to consider, like I guarantee they would consider the photographing and videoing to consider that as constitutionally protected. So it just kind of depends, like, why did they get kicked out of the courtroom?
Sorry, yeah, they were said to stay away from me. I have the video, so she approached me. It was actually outside recording, but it showed every time I see her, I record because it's like so stressful. So I was recording. I was
oh my
into
God
the courtroom, and she
it's so
told me,
stressful.
I got to talk to you. I said, I don't want to talk to you. Like, let me leave. And then my camera went out. I have 2 videos, and as I turned it back on, I said, leave me alone. I'm feeling threatened, and she came out. And as I was in the courtroom and came into the door, and I was like, leave me alone. There's also no recording in the courthouse on this TikTok bullying campaign. They're filming her. They're filming me in the courthouse, putting my voice on TikTok, calling me a jackass. I'm like, not doing. I just like stay away. So I just said to the bailiffs, look, what I requested from the bailiffs was just to request her to stay away from me. I was like, can you just tell her to stay away from me?
Okay.
So they were like, wow. And when they saw my videos, they're like, absolutely, she's approaching you. That's what they saw. They're like, you're trying to stay away. She's approaching you.
Right.
So there is a group of them. There's a group of them, and they all do their own thing. So today, that same woman was videotaping me. They're all together. Her name is Janeese.
Okay.
So she's the one the bailiffs are like, stay away from her. Her little group of people is Lori.
And so then while she's filming me and flipping me off on the street, again, constitutionally protected, whatever, although it is harassment and it makes me nervous. Because I'm like, why are you here? Her friends, Sarah and Lauren, approach our table. All of them are involved in this TikTok smear campaign with me as well. By the way, they all comment, it's like a group effort. It's very, it's a very united group of people. And so then they approached me. I have a cease and desist on another friend. She was there, but she stayed away because of the cease and desist. And so I have 2 videos. So I got another video of them approached me at the table, and it was by accident. I didn't know. I was just filming Janeese because she's filming me and flipping me off on the table. So I have my camera set up recording. They don't know. And then her friends come out and approach our table, and I'm saying, leave me alone, get away. The waiter's like, please leave. And I have both videos now of just that. And those are the times I capture.
Right.
But like, yes, they continue to film. They keep behind us, which is why we didn't see they were there.
Right. Okay. And has it only happened to you, or is this the second time it's happened to you as well? So the effect
First one was me, and the second one was us. And then she continues, as you said, it's constant. She continues to catch them filming her alone. And it's true because that's Janice's thing. It's how she intimidates. She films us wherever we go. But it's
how she intimidates.
Today, I don't know if you've ever been in the commissioner room. They have 2 rows of chairs. And I'm standing in the front row. She's sitting in the second row, literally putting a camera in my face as I'm talking to somebody. And I just ignored it. And then as she was leaving the courthouse, I see her doing it again. And I actually took out my phone. But my concern is, I don't care if you film me. But when I don't respond to you filming me and then you come up to me at dinner, what's next? Like,
oh my God. What's next?
Fearful for my safety that I can't go to work.
They said one thing that was actually kind of interesting because we make the decision to not engage. That's my husband's from psychology. My husband was like, we don't want this. Right. We don't respond. We don't respond to the TikTok cyberbullying.
She's like, what's next? I want to repeat that part. Hold on. Listen to what Grayson says here.
And I just ignored it. And then as she was leaving the courthouse, I see her doing it again. And I actually took out my phone. But my concern is, I don't care if you film me. But when I don't respond to you filming me and then you come up to me at dinner, what's next? Like,
what's next? When you don't respond to me and then you come up to me at dinner, what's next? I don't know. Probably more of the same. Probably like, I don't know. Well, she's probably gonna murder you. I guess. What are you talking about, Grayson? You'll be fine, Grayson. Jesus Christ. God damn.
This is where I'm fearful for my safety that I can't go.
Why? Why?
I think that was actually kind of interesting because we make the decision to not engage. That's my husband's from psychology. My husband was like, we don't want this. We don't respond. We don't respond to the TikTok cyberbullying campaign. We don't respond to anything. And so she said one thing that was telling. She's like, don't keep pretending that nothing's wrong as she approached her table today. Like almost like they're escalating literally because I'm not doing anything.
Can you guys give us a little background of why they decided to pick you guys?
Yes. So Lindsay used to be my producer before Grayson was.
Okay.
And Grayson and Lindsay also worked together the previous Grand Conference. We fired Lindsay. And her friends did contract work for us. Christina did graphic design for us. And this woman, Janeese, is a woman who never did contract work for us, but I have considered her a bully. And before I fired Lindsay and Christina, I shared that I felt she was a bully.
Okay.
So after I no longer am using them, they team up with Janeese and say to her, Lauren's been calling you a bully. She thinks you're a bully. And it's like this group thing. And so this group comes together. The other woman, Sarah, no clue. I don't even know her. I've met her in a Boise court. It's almost like group think. It's like a group of mean girls. So there are 2, a past employee and a contract with graphic design, and then a woman that's friends with them, and then this Janeese who they've let her know I called her a bully. So it's like they're all gearing up, and I've actually always been kind to Lindsay, the past employee, kind to Lauren. Kind to all of them, actually. They even said you've always been kind to Lindsay. Yeah, there's no history of my being cruel to them, but they decided to get this Janeese girl and say, Lauren thinks you're a bully. They're angry that Grayson replaced them. And I believe that they've possibly been told lies by this Lindsay. I wish I knew. On the TikTok smear campaign, they're like, we're going to tell you our stories about her and how bad she is. And like, there's nothing. No, that's true. My brother died 2 months ago of an accident, and they said I was going to rape my brother to have his baby. Like, that's not true. Like just very true stuff. They said that they approached me today. This was telling, though. I didn't know that. They approached me today. They were upset that I was looking for a seat in the press conference today for Coburger. I was like, trying to find a seat. Is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? They're like, what are you doing? Like, I had nothing to do with you guys. There were like 2 rows of seats. I'm looking for seats. And they did approach me at the table today and said, you sent Lindsay a cease and desist. Oh, so Lindsay got a cease and desist because of like, and so we're standing up for our friend. And you had the police call Christina again. It was like you. Like this.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Kendall, what's up? Hey, quick question. I have some reporters from out of town. They're going over the Colbert case. They've had.
Why are they still listening to her?
From TikTok people who have been following them to different states on big cases. The last instance was about a month ago in Arizona. They had a big case down there. These subjects were, for lack of a better word, harassing and bullying them in a courtroom so bad that the bailiff was like, hey, yeah, you guys don't get to talk to these people anymore. Didn't kick them out of the court, but wouldn't let them get close to the 2 subjects I have with me right now. They're here for the Colbert case. The same people came to the case today. Were holding cameras in their face in the courtroom, which is probably constitutionally protected. But then they're out having dinner tonight. Same subjects. find them at dinner. Were they having dinner at the same place and just randomly found you? Or
I think maybe.
yeah, it's
Maybe the same place we were on the balcony.
yeah, it's possible that they follow them, but that's unknown. But they find them at the same restaurant, start harassing them, yelling at them, flipping them off, coming up to their table to the point where the waiters and waitresses let these two people stay until those people left and were long gone because they were worried about them. Those people left and then set across the street. So, and we're watching them to see if they come out for about an hour until they finally called us. So my big question here is two things in reference to the misdemeanor stalking. Number one, if something happened in a different state, would that, even if it was a month ago, would that constitute part of the course of conduct? Or would it have to all be here if we were doing it here? That's the number one question. And then the second question is, like, some of this is constitutionally protected because they're just taking video of these people in the court. But the yelling and screaming at them and making TikToks of them is probably not. So just kind of want to know if we can hold those two things up with ours. What your thoughts are now? Right. And that's the only thing that happened. The only thing that happened at the court today was the videotaping, right? Yeah. The only thing that happened at the court today is videotaping. And I told them that was... Well, I guess they yelled at her. They yelled at you in the room?
Yeah, they yelled at me in the press conference. I was looking for a seat. They're like, leave her alone. You said her cease and desist. I just walked away. Didn't say anything, walked away.
Oh, so one of the people, one of my victims here, sent a cease and desist letter to, and so they yelled at her about defaming them. So they yelled at her in reference to that today, but then she just left. And then other than that, it was just a videotaping at the court. Right.
It's insane that this cop is even humoring this. Like, they were yelling. Who cares? Why are they listening to these people? Why do they get this? Like, unbelievable. This is a real trend, folks. It's a real trend.
Okay. Okay.
I know, right? It's so true. So true. Emily breaks a great point. The cop has so many questions. Meanwhile, Proctor never talked to Lucky. They just didn't look into the forward edge at all. They're like, yeah, fuck it. Who cares about that? But this will fucking drop everything for everything.
Right. So the issue of the courthouse being protected, but the course of conduct would work in Arizona if I could show that it wasn't constitutionally protected stuff going on at the courthouse down there. Okay. All right. That's what I need to know. Thank you very much. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Okay. You can get that?
What?
Did you kind of get what I was saying?
Kind of.
Okay.
She gets
That works. So the conduct of the courthouse today is constitutionally protected, right? In reference to the videotape. Them yelling at you, and according to our on-call prosecutor, them yelling at you with the cease and desist is more of a civil issue that they have to deal with the cease and desist letter and whether it involves them or not. However, whatever happened in Arizona and what happened tonight can be considered a course of conduct, right? So just because it happened in Arizona doesn't negate it from us working here in the course of conduct area.
Okay.
With that being said, I need to know a little bit more of what happened in the courtroom in Arizona, because if it's similar to the things that happened today, then that would be constitutionally protected. And so the only thing I would have then is tonight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So tell me more about what happened in the court in Arizona.
Okay, perfect. Can you, I'm going to stop recording for a while to show them stuff. So can you, yeah. So for our records, thank you. So I'll pull up an album. So this is like, here's one example. I'm like, oh great, like here they come. So it starts with this. This is them. There's two separate videos because I was nervous and I stopped recording. So I just saw her. I was on the phone with my husband. I was like, oh, here's Janeese again filming. Like, I'm gonna hang up and just record while I walk into the courthouse. So I'm walking to the courthouse. So I'm just holding my phone down. And that's her. In the white. So I'm walking in right there. And she's approaching me.
Oh, that's her. Oh my God.
So I just go, please don't, like, and it cut. So, but this is seconds later. Please do not talk to me. Please do not talk to me. I feel pregnant. So she's approaching me. I never approach them. So I was like, I think you're a bully. Please stay away. Because I know that's what the I can play both of you. Yeah. Please do not talk to me. Like, I'm in the courthouse, and there's also a no recording. I know I can't. Please do not talk to me. So she follows me all the way in. So unfortunately, I stopped and started. Let's stay away from each other. Then this is tonight. So this full video is 8 minutes because I started recording for the other girl, but like I cut this in order to send 2 minutes of this video. So this is us just hanging out, and they approach, and unfortunately, you don't get faces. It's Lori. Well, you get
What? Oh, is this the Janeese from the video? She says in the Henderson body cam, they say I physically threatened her. We're gonna get to the Henderson body cam too, but this is the Boise body cam. This comes first, and so they are. I mean, this is insane. I just can't believe they're actually humoring this shit. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, people are like, oh, this is stupid. No, it's actually a really big deal because, like, this is emblematic of a much larger problem, man. Like, what happened to me, like, for instance, with the Atlantic City thing, like, that is a perfect example. Or the Donna Bispel thing, the t-shirt lady. Like, these people, you write about these people, you contact them, and you ask them questions, and then they're like, oh my God, I'm in fear for my life. I'm so scared. I'm like, you should stop him from having First Amendment rights and arrest him for harassment. That's a really big deal. It's like a really big deal that anyone could just weaponize the police like that and just put an order on you and limit your rights and limit what you can say and set you up to be arrested. Like, we have a constitution for this shit to protect us from this stuff. And these are terrorists. Like, these are communists. These not terrorists, communists. These people, right? Who are basically just like, no, we want to live in a country where no one can ever say mean things about us. We can say mean things about them. They can't say mean things about us, though. That seems fair.
so that's the.
And then she proved she was, but just the opposite.
Oh, okay. So this is after. This is after the Henderson one. Okay. Let me pull up that one. I have the Henderson body cam footage here too. Let me pull that one up. Hold on. I think. All right, let's pull. Here it is. Let's jump to that one. Where'd it go? There it is.
There you go. See, it's gonna be nice.
Hello.
Really off.
You Grayson or okay?
Oh
okay.
boy.
So how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get my boss.
Oh, I need the rent.
Oh,
thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Officer.
Oh my God.
Where do we start?
Yeah,
Where do we start?
Public figure online.
Okay.
And we have people threatening to extort her. This started in April. They started with public threats. We have pretty good, solid proof that former employers had hacked her iCloud account.
Okay.
And then posted stuff online that they were gonna go public with her messages, and then
Messages.
Yeah, and everything settled down. And then the last couple weeks things have been ramping up again. We've got somebody sent us an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as News Nation and Law and Crime. So I'm a true crime reporter.
Oh my
and like
God.
Law and Crime and even News Nation are reaching out about my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. Crime is true. It's real. Don't forget that. There are.
She goes, true crime is true. It's real. Yeah, it does put the true in true crime. She's basically saying here that they are threatening to release screenshots of private messages as if that's illegal. If that was illegal, I could get everyone in the world arrested because everyone always leaks my screenshots constantly of things that I've said. But yeah, we'll see. All right, let's play some more.
An investigative journalist.
Okay.
I have been to numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mm-hmm.
And if these private messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of people that is harmed. And we have private emails that have now come from a Proton email saying true crime, more like true lies. We know you've been talking about all these people that name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like we were just at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with numerous high profile victims of crime. Like And again, these are your off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that like people
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
the ex-employees,
Okay.
because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm gonna go forward with this. We can't say this.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not.
There's the big challenge right there.
They posted threats online.
Okay.
And we also see
We'll have to
from a report.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, "Okay, dear Lauren's brother." I mean, he's a good lawyer, you know, so that's why I use him. But you know, they, but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are during private. He cited case law and laws.
What?
And I have those the cease and desist sent, and
Cited the computer fraud for hacking.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under
I never-
your premise? Like in your absence, you says, "Here's my password. Go ahead and."
I sent them some passwords, but
Okay.
then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Okay.
And the employment had terminated, and I actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Okay.
So that's a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so I mean,
know.
how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be. I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or would you have?
Yeah, with Lindsay, I do. Yeah. I have termination letters.
But you don't know who's. So it sounds like there's more than one.
There's
There's more than one person that could be
So
doing
there's
this.
multiple people involved. The people I've talked to have been saying names of who's involved, and they are telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
Like these people are. I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's the words of the threat?
This one was public service announcement. So for context, she had had a private conversation with another person who works for her this day, and just said she was really upset about the falling out and how this ended, the employment that ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement. You better quit lying private before it gets told in public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG crash out. You don't mind me exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't act you as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then at first,
Take a screenshot of that if you can.
Oh, I have it.
Okay.
At first, they told her, "I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. If this could just be coincidence." And then
Or an idle, a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
right. Well, and I was like, how would they have? But how would they have gotten that message?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'm gonna call for service right now. Are you gonna be in that area for a little while, or? You got a particular location you gotta visit? Okay, I'll see if I can get off. I'll text you when I get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then. All right, thanks a lot, man. Bye.
So when they posted this, they said, "I'm not sure." I started dating. She had, by that point, you had lost access to your emails. That we thought was really strange. We're like, "That's weird. You lost access to your emails." I was able to recover those and locked everything down. I could tell that things had been messed with.
Okay.
And then we went to a trial that we were reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, "All your messages are everywhere. People have them."
This is not
They're
fear.
horrible. They're
Exactly.
horrible. And so that's when we and other people.
Did they say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific. That's just. I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw, or they're saying that they saw.
We received some of the messages that are out there.
You received the messages that somebody
The
else.
screenshots
Okay.
of my private messages
Okay.
from the person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought. This person was hurt by things said about her in private.
Okay.
You know, I apologize, but again, like I said, people just think this is a fun game for them. And like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example. I'm just an example. I learned is suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
And behind the
Oh,
scenes,
oh
as
my
she's
God.
volunteering for
Oh
me,
my God.
behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person.
Mhm.
I'm like, look, I know, she's annoying, but
What?
like, just deal with it.
Yeah.
She gets this, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, to me, I'm like,
So she calls one of her employees annoying in a text message. It gets screenshotted, sent back to the employee, and she's like, "That's a crime. You can't share my screenshots of that." Sorry, I'm figuring, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is real. This is fucking real. Oh my God. All right, here, play some more.
and I know you guys deal with this every day. Like, people are assholes, but like, she could self-harm. Like,
She
this is
could
so-
self-harm.
It's so upsetting on so many levels, not just like, oh, woe is me.
Right.
Like, I care about all these.
I get it.
people.
I get it. But my job is to decipher if there's a criminal act or not.
Correct. Okay.
So there's a lot of crummy people out there that are horrible to other people, whether it's child against a parent, parent against a child, saying ugly things, saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I need to do
Yeah,
is
you need to figure it
decipher if a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to trying to prove that.
Yeah. Correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different challenge and stuff.
So I agree.
And
I hear what you're saying.
if they're not asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion there. Okay.
Okay.
So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion because, I mean, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, have dirt on people, have dirt on people. Right. Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me. Sure. That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
the crime in that is, there's no real crime.
There's no crime. Right,
so
right.
then it comes down to, you did share passwords with persons. So it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to, did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails, 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, I shouldn't know about it because you changed your passwords and we can cut the date off at this. 10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago. So there's no way they should have known this stuff, because that's where the NDAs come in huge. What? NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
What?
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
Lifesavers, celebrities.
I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got.
You trusted them, and unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
They're great until they're not.
Right, and then it sucks, and then now that I'm a public figure, and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I understand that you're feeling for them, and you don't want them to be hurt. I understand that, but at that point, if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
June 9th was the second one. I found it. We had an email sent to us from Proton, which I don't know if that is.
Yeah.
The email was, if you only knew 111, the subject was the truth will come out. Hidden true crime, more like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light. Your trash talking Kay Woodcock, Heather Daylow, GiGi, Justin London, maybe International Gets Up, Susan Henderson, Rob Wood, Rachel Smith, Ray Hermes. All of them are BCC'd on this email. Your text messages will prove it.
Okay.
Like they have her text messages.
But they haven't sent them out though.
They have. We just haven't. People are calling me saying I have them. I've gotten files.
So you've seen the text messages.
I've seen
Did they say where they got them from?
We know some. I know
we could give you people who do know where they came from. So we called someone today.
So they would have to.
That's the person who said News Nation has reached out, Long Crime has reached out, and she said
they would have to be willing to work with us to help us find that. So that's the challenge as well. Because news people, they're like, we don't want to reveal our sources.
I think this person.
So that's the big challenge too.
I think she would.
Then is this going to be considered slander? Have you talked to your brother about slander?
We talked about everything. I mean, I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning when I started realizing how this kind of happened this morning. I've been working behind the scenes for a few days trying to figure out what happened. And I get on a call with somebody this morning and somebody said, is Stephanie a former employee of Lauren's? And I said, yeah. Like, I didn't know this person knew who that was. And this person tells me, okay, well, I was told I should call Stephanie and she'll give me everything. She has all those screenshots. She's the one with everything.
Okay.
And Stephanie was sent to cease and desist. We knew she was one of the ones that was doing all this behind the scenes.
Did I see this bitch was talking trash in texts about our queen, Andrea Burkhart? They were leaked. Who? Grayson or Lauren Matthias? Who would ever badmouth Andrea Burkhart? Let me guess, because it's over Delphi. That's what I'm guessing, because Andrea is a big supporter of Richard Allen's innocence, and this one is pretty convinced that she is guilty. So I would imagine Lauren Matthias would have bad things to say about Andrea Burkhart, wouldn't she? Yeah. Where can I find those? I'd like to read. Yeah, I knew it was over at Delphi. I knew it. Where can I find those? I'd like to see those. Let me know.
But then you'd have to prove that she shared after the fact.
Let's specify this. I think that somebody could tell you. I do think GiGi respects police. Yeah. And if she knew that police were calling, I think that she might share the sources. She wouldn't share it with us.
Okay.
I do think. And she's the one who said that she had heard from Long Crime and News Nation.
Okay, and so once again, hearing it and seeing it are two different things. Because then it's
she received voice
hang on. Because then it becomes hearsay. So because they're calling her doesn't mean she has the information. So she has to be directly connected with the person. So a person goes to Newsweek or whatever. Newsweek comes back down. That's not from her. That's through completely different sources. It has to be direct.
So she said she has files and files of emails and texts and voice.
But where'd she get them from?
That's where you come in. We don't know.
I thought you asked her.
We asked her and she wouldn't tell us her source, so I think she would tell you. But that was the question. Like you said, would they tell? You don't have to call if you don't want to, but I'm just...
No. I mean, if she's not going to share with you, then I don't know why she would share with me, because she doesn't have to. I'm guessing she's in the industry, right?
She's in the industry, yeah.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
I think...
I mean, I can have a conversation with her.
I hear you.
So that's the challenge of being in this kind of situation.
So I was also in the Real News for a long time.
Oh, my God.
And so I kind of understand more how it works. She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the real news.
Oh my God.
I believe that if police called her, she might say that I received it from this person.
Okay.
But I hear you, and I respect that. Like journalists wouldn't share, and she might not, but I think she might.
Excited utterance.
When I talked to her, she told me.
But I don't know. Maybe we don't want to. We want to make this.
Have you talked? Has your brother suggested calling us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you could call my brother.
And what did he feel? What crimes did he feel that were surpassed? I should say. Because some of that stuff is more civil than it is criminal.
Yeah. So he cited.
Extortion would be criminal, but other things within this could be more on a civil level than a criminal level.
Yeah, I forget maybe it's more.
That's fine. Do you have an identification or driver's license I can just jot down quick? Do you got a Nevada driver's license or from another state?
I have a Nevada driver's license.
Okay.
Here's the cease and desist he sent Stephanie. Unauthorized access of private accounts. Dissemination of private.
But we don't know that she did that after the fact or before. If she took all this information before the cease and desist. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's possible one way or the other. What I'm saying is anything that I would have that may be criminal would go before a judge or actually before a district attorney. Then the district attorney would have to look at it and say, yes, I think we have enough information to go forward into court. So in a sense, I almost act like a judge in a sense, being like, what do I have? Because if I don't have nothing, or if I have questionable information, or a third party is telling me this information by hearsay, I don't have nothing. I work on facts. That's what we do as police officers. We're supposed to.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
So the information prior compared to the information after, that's where the NDA would have saved a lot of headaches. But the cease and desist, there would have to be proof of her.
So the cop's doing a good job so far, right? He's being too patient. I would just be like, yeah, what do you want us to do? But real quick, I'm going to do a little, I read some turtle chats here. We were a little behind on these. I'm going to take a quick break to read some turtle chats here. Get the conversation stimulated here. Because I've had a few of these. I want to read some. All right. Trisha sends $10 and goes, hi, Fridge Daddy. Get better soon and wishing you a great new year. Out with the old and in with the new. Hugs from Dallas. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Definitely going to go out on New Year's Eve this year. You guys going to go out? I hope I'm feeling better for them. Probably just keep it low key, go out with a couple people. We'll see. Nothing crazy. Last year we went all out. We went balls to the wall last year. We went to I was the oldest person there last year. We went to this place in Southie, some sort of restaurant. Anyway, hold on. Yeah. And then this year, last year is just, and then, remember we did the Karen Reed live stream last year too? That was the one where me and Will took our shirts off for what did we raise? 20 grand or something like that night. Did Melanie host that one? I forget who. I came back. I was wasted for that one, but, yeah. Anyway, that's that. Did I rave? No, I danced though. There were some videos of me dancing and it wasn't pretty. I do the penalty dance, I do false start, hold, fat man downfield, stuff like that. All my moves are NFL penalty dances. Okay, cool. Next. Linda sends $5 and goes, listen, Dr. Turtle Daddy, I was so happy that you had a good Christmas with your kids. Happy birthday, and I hope you get well soon. P.S. The channel Hella Excited Utterance has been dropping some of the messages of Lauren's. She was the one writing to Lori in prison, Lori Vallow, and paying for her nudies, pretending to be someone else. She told Annie Elise it was her producer writing to Lori. Not true. It was Lauren all along. And if Dr. John was a part of this, he could lose his psychology license. Is that true? Makes sense why the quack John would say that they could lose everything in a second. We haven't got to that part, so thank you. Chris from Arvida sends $25 and goes, Daddy, please tell Carol Givens and Mike Carmody congratulations on your engagement. Congratulations, guys. I knew you could do it. Appreciate that. Coffee and Case Files, Rivoli sends $10 and goes, NyQuil money. Well, thank you. I'm going to need it. Appreciate that. Pinky Promises sends $50 and goes, hi, Turtle Daddy. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I want you to know that our rat daddy at Rat House Media promised us that he would carry the torch for you if you have a short show tonight. He will go live after your show. We love you, Turtle Daddy. Is that Danny? Is that what you're talking about, Danny? Yeah, I love Rat House Media. They're so good. They're so cool over there. You know, they cover the same shit I do in a chill, laid back way. You know, I love them. I love the chat rats. They're great. Appreciate them. And they were targeted last week. They were like targeted for doxing. Like, we're going to dox you. We're going to find out who you are because you support Turtle Boy. There's a lot of that going around. You know, and again, I'm not no drama over here. You understand how much drama I've resisted in the last 2 weeks, and I'm keeping it that way. You know, especially poor Mary B over here was like doxed, you know, like, oh, we're going to go after her. She supports Turtle Boy. Like, what? It's not right. Like, you can't even like Turtle Boy anymore. You know, there's some people that have been like told that, like, by various content creators that, like, oh yeah, if you still support Turtle Boy, you can't say that you support Karen Reed. What planet are you people living on? Like, my recent, like, I've never wavered in my support for what really matters with Karen Reed, to be very clear. Never, ever, ever have I ever wavered in the fact that Karen Reed is 1,000% innocent and never laid a finger on John O'Keefe, ever. Never hurt him, never fucking caused a scratch, nothing to him, nothing. I always said that's what really matters, right? All the other shit is just personality, right? That and honestly, all that shit came after the big shit was settled. Like, after none of this happened while the fucking trial was going on, or like real shit, you know? We all put personal differences aside. Afterwards, yeah, there were some personality conflicts afterwards, for sure, right? And a lot of it was driven by people who were kind of manufacturing shit behind the scenes and trying to drive a wedge there, right? But whatever, okay? I said some shit. And I shared some opinions, and it doesn't change the fact that she's undeniably fucking innocent, bro. That's it. So, and these other people who are like, I mean, I saw some tweets today that were like, from some of these people, I'm like, is this a joke? Am I reading like this can't be serious? Like, some of these, I'm reading them, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, if you are a YouTuber who went silent and turned your back when things got difficult on supporting Karen Reed, and then draped yourself in Kelsey Fitzsimmons, you are a scumbag. What? If you went silent and turned your back when things got difficult on supporting Karen Reed, I never turned my back on Karen Reed. In fact, my support of Karen Reed was so vocal and so well known that they indicted me for it. And then I went to jail. Okay? Because I was out on bail for that. That's how strong my support for Karen Reed was. And I'm being very clear about this. Like, I am undoubtedly 1,000% in support of Karen Reed. I mean, it's just like, what planet am I on? And again, I see something like that, and normally I'd be like, oh, I have a lot of things to say about this, but I just see that, and I'm like, okay, not today, Satan. Not today. That's bait. That's bait right there. I'm not supporting that one. All I'm saying is this. Exactly. My support was unwavering for Karen Reed. Unwavering, bro. Always has been, always will be. And that apparently is making my recent saying of this in the last 2 weeks, right, has made people upset because they don't like it, because they want me to be like the other guy, and I'm not. They want me to be like anti, and I'm like, I'm not. Okay? I'm pro Karen Reed. I've always been pro Karen Reed on what actually counts. And again, Karen Reed started here. Like the free Karen Reed movement started here. Are we going to pretend it didn't? Like, are we going to pretend that like that wasn't my entire fucking identity for 2.5 years, man? 2.5 years. Like, stop it. Stop it. So like me wanting to be a better version of myself is like upsetting some people apparently, because they don't want me to be a better. They want me to be the bad guy, and I don't want to be the bad guy, right? It's just toxic, man. Toxic. People are getting fucking doxxed left and right out there for supporting me. It's fucking crazy, crazy. But we're gonna get through this shit, man. We're gonna get through this shit. So, you know, we'll read these comments here. What are people saying? Okay, so this person is banned for life. Oh my God, how many minutes are we going to talk about this? You're pro Kearney, we get it. Oh, here's how many minutes we're going to talk about it. However the fuck many minutes we want to talk about it, Danny D, I'm going to fucking keep talking about it because I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. And you don't ever, ever, ever tell me what to do on my show. You understand that, young lady or man, whatever you are there? We talk about whatever I want to talk about there. So just for that, I'm going to keep talking about it for a couple more minutes longer because I want to be very clear that I am pro Karen Reed, motherfucker. And that's all there is. I always will be. So we're going to ban this person. They're banned. Banned. Done. You're too retarded to be in my chat. Way too fucking retarded. And that's not drama. That's me saying you're fucking retarded, too retarded to be here. Period. All right. Done. Next. Woo! Let's go. Laura sends $10 and goes, I was in Arizona for that. The bailiff did not kick anyone out of the courtroom. They talked to the stalker, Christina, for a second, and then Lauren and Grayson started crying when nothing happened. The stalker waited in line with me and is super nice. Lauren is a drama queen. Oh, isn't that interesting? So nothing happened in Arizona. So the whole Arizona thing was a non-incident too. Thank you. Christy says, Turtle, please play, sends $10 and goes, Turtle, please play Janeese's call with this cop. It's not that long. Oh, I have that. That's on my list of things to play tonight. We will be playing that. I have a link to it, so thank you. But I will take your YouTube link and have it prepped anyway. It's like a 10-minute call, right? Hold on. Copy. All right. Next, Angie and the Little Potato Turtle Riders, Aria, Charity, and Caden sends $5. Goes, hey there, Turtle Boy. Happy birthday. Or hey there, Turtle. Also hoping that your drama-free journey is going well and that you know how proud of you we are. Could you please give a shout out to the Little Potato Turtle Riders, especially our 5-year-old Aria, who is constantly asking to watch you? Well, hello, Aria, but you should not be watching my show because I say a lot of potty words on here, and I've said a bunch tonight, so I appreciate that. So there's that. Okay. All right. So Stephanie, Texas, we're gonna ban her too. Ban, dude, done. All right, because we're all not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. We're not doing this shit. You want to come in here? And that's bait. I know bait when I see it. A lot of you guys are baiting me into being drama. Not fucking today. Not going to happen. Hell no. Next. Holly sends $25. Goes, I'm so happy that you're covering Lauren Matthias again. Did you see that Lori Vallow DeBelle's only remaining living child, Ryan Colby, made a podcast the other day speaking about Lauren and her husband and how disappointed with them he was? I knew he had a podcast. I didn't know he talked about them. This kid is amazing and so kind. To piss him off is a big deal. He called him out on their shit. I dislike that woman. I really do. She's a phony narcissist. I'm sick of her woe is me syndrome. So true. We're going to get to her. Thank you. I haven't seen that, but I'll check it out. Megan sends $40 and goes, Dr. Daddy, I freaking love you. And take that as a challenge that one cannot support both you and Karen Reed. Not only do I 1,000,000% support you in your fight, but I also support Karen in her fight. I'm praying you both fight as hard for your mental well-being as you have for justice, because you both deserve a peace that passes all understanding despite what anyone says or believes. Sending love from Oklahoma. Well, thank you very much, Megan. You're right, and you can support both of us. I even moved the start of my fundraiser because I didn't want to. I realized it was the only day I could do it before Christmas. Also the baker had his fundraiser scheduled before anyone. And so, I specifically moved mine from 7 to 8:30 because I didn't want to start at the same time as them and I had no idea Karen was going to come on. I had no idea that she was going to be a guest on there. I knew there's some sort of announcement about a guest. And guess what? It was great to see Karen Reed on there. It really was. It was great to hear from her. And, she stayed on for like an hour and, she spoke to many of her supporters and it was great to see that. So believe it or not, I'm actually happy about that. I'm good for her and, hope she's doing well. All right. Next. Kira Bettero is the bestero, sends $10 and goes, happy birthday. Fun fact, Boise, Idaho drops a gigantic fake potato instead of a ball. I hope you feel better soon. Heart your face. Well, thank you very much. Okay, cool. Fun fact. All right, let me see if we have any other cash apps here. Hold on. All right. Alex sends $5 and goes, happy belated birthday, doctor. Well, thank you very much. It's never too late, Alex. Mama She sends $50, goes, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, Dr. Daddy. Well, thank you, Mama She. Misty sends $5 and says, where's the eyebrows? Oh, yeah, I forgot to do them. I can't find my brown Sharpie, but she's not really without having her on. I mean, I guess I could. She changed her brows for me. That's what everybody says. So apparently she pulled the BLT. She listened to me and, took my advice, and there's that. Thank you. Tanya sends $5, goes, drink some hot tea. It made me feel so much better. I'll give it a shot. Thank you. Jennifer sends $10 and goes, happy birthday. Feel better soon. Thank you so much, Jennifer. GiGi sends $50 and says, my dad, William Richardson, will always be my hero. Well, thank you very much, GiGi. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry, I had to use the boys' room real quick. I'm not done. All right, cool. Do we have any more turtle? If anyone else wants their turtle chats read, click at the link at the top for turtle chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtle Boy, and we can do it that way. Let's go.
Or continuing this process after the fact.
Right.
So that would be like contacting all these people that have this information and saying, who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
Right. I'm sitting down to get information, not to. Call John. I think the other concern too is they might have even just like text between my husband and myself. From what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, say that again?
They might have texts between my husband and myself.
Okay.
He's my co-host. He's a criminal psychologist.
Okay.
And I hear you. You go by facts. I understand that, and a lot of this is in the works, right? So like, it's right.
Exactly.
I'm sharing. So we get it. We're sharing circumstantial evidence with you that could later become a fact. But I hear you. You need facts. We're trying to figure this out. So thank you. So we get it. I'm a journalist. I work by facts too. And I know
which all journalists should.
Yeah, and I understand what circumstantial evidence.
I'm gonna put this on.
Figuring out. Let me call my husband. So he spoke. I think he did. Briefly.
What's your phone number real quick, since you're the victim?
The victim.
I don't know if you know the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Do you know?
No, I like watching To Catch a Smuggler and stuff like that. And
okay, well, it's a Netflix.
The cops,
documentary.
bad boys, and so.
Yeah,
the other stuff interests me. It's just I don't have the time to sit down and.
Right. Well, that's this case that's really impacted that we've been covering. She's the mom with her 2 kids and her husband, the whole thing. It's a very viral true crime case. That's what we've been.
Has a Netflix documentary to it. Dateline, 7 Datelines.
Yeah.
My husband spoke to the. Well, I don't want to get him involved. Again, I don't want to get a victim involved right now. So.
Okay. Real quick, what'd you say your friend's name is then, and the phone number that may talk to us?
GiGi.
Proper name?
I don't know if you consider us a friend right now.
How do you spell her last name?
And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement involved. I said, we've had attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well aware.
Right. So she said.
Well, and the attorney's going to be like, yes, I can see where this is breaking this law, so now we'll get him involved.
Full disclosure, she's received a lot of info because a lot of the private text messages have to do with her.
Okay.
So that's why I say I don't know if she'd consider me a friend right now.
Nope. Somebody that's willing to talk. What's the phone number?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And she lives in what state?
Where is she? I'm calling my husband on the phone right now just so she can understand.
So
My
what?
husband's done a lot of work.
So it sounds like there's a lot of emotional stuff and you're very upsetting stuff. I get it. So what area do you feel? Because right now, I hate to say it, but from my point of view, and I'm going to call my sergeant and probably get a detective involved, at least for the initial information. Right now, I'm not seeing a crime, but this isn't my forte either.
Sure. That was my husband. By the way, I was trying to call. My husband does criminal assessments in the state of Nevada. So he's licensed here in Nevada.
Because people say a lot of crummy things about other people online and stuff,
Yeah.
and then when it comes to threats and harassments, there has to be very specific threat/harassment. Harassment is a series of things for the most part. A threat is got to be very specific, and it really stinks for us as police officers, but it's even worse for the victim or the person that's being victimized. And the reason I say that is somebody could say, "I'm going to come over, and make sure I take care of you." What does that mean?
Right.
Depends on what happened prior, right? We can document that kind of stuff, but does it mean they're going to come over and wash your car? Does it mean to come over and cook your food, tuck you into bed, or come over and beat you up? It's not specific. It just says, "I'm going to come over and take care of you." So that's where it's frustrating for victims. Is they're like, but I know what they meant by this. And it's like, I understand you're feeling this way, but based on the verbiage, we can't go down the criminal route right now because they're not being specific enough. Yeah. And it really stinks because they look at us like, why aren't you doing anything? It's not, it's like, my hands are tied because the Nevada law doesn't,
Right.
go down that
I
road.
understand what you're saying. Yeah. I hear you. And like I said, there's probably going to be a lot more coming out in the next few days. So I don't know if there can be like a case number to like, you know what I mean? Like Like I think you're right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we're receiving new information every hour. So it could be that we're finally working with some not circumstantial evidence. Let me also talk to you about this. Let's, and this is me thinking as a whole about everybody involved. We want them to call GiGi right now. Could that escalate things?
It makes me wonder if they will go public right now, just because it's like, let's just get it off our plate.
Yeah. And again, I am the victim, but
I am the
will be
victim.
other victims.
There'll be other people that'll be victims the second time. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like when they go to court and they let a killer free or something like that, or let them off with 2 years.
Correct.
Then they get victimized the second time.
Correct. This is my husband.
Both by the suspect and by the state.
Correct.
Yeah. That's where it's like, I don't know before.
We have a police officer here.
Sometimes there's that case like
circumstantial
neighbors,
evidence
problems with neighbors. Sometimes they don't want us to contact the neighbor because they're afraid it will flame things.
Right. So he's understanding. I just want you to know at first we just gave him what we've explained right now is like, look, I am the victim. but we have a big concern about the actual victims in the cases we cover and then being re-victimized by my pieces, by my private messages that come out. So at first, I just want you to know, and he understands that. This is Officer, what was your last name? I started. Bolby. He's great. And, and we're working with circumstantial evidence right now. We know that. He understands, again, that we don't want to re-victimize any victims. So at first, we're like, well, we know who you can figure out the source from and has all the information. He said, GiGi, who wouldn't consider me a friend right now, but she had the information. And so he was going to call her. And now I'm rethinking because I think that could put fuel on the fire. I'm just thinking about protecting everyone else. Do we want to? I don't know if we should have them call GiGi right now or not. I want to know because I don't want to hurt. Like, would that make them release stuff now because they're angry, right? Is this the Streisand effect where,
I want, so can you hear me?
He can hear you or you're on speaker.
Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have, all our hard work is about to be frightened or go down the drain in a minute, in an instant, right? My goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, text, voicemails, right? They have to know our stuff.
Here we go.
It's illegal by Nevada statute
What?
and federal law for them to share private information without our consent. We never gave consent.
What? Like, again, if this was illegal, so many of my problems would not exist. Fucking Dr. John. I fucking hate Dr. John so much. I hate him so much more than Lauren Matthias. He's the real problem. He really is. He's such a piece of shit. I fucking hate Dr. John.
If calling her is going to prevent them or stop them from publishing, then it's probably worth it.
But if it's not, she's not going to be the one that publishes it. So
It'll get back to the source though. And also, can he call Stephanie?
Well, let's say he calls. Let's say he calls and he says there's no law that's broken right now, as she asks. Does that empower them?
Well, but they know. I'm sure the officer knows the Nevada statutes. Nevada's a two-party consent state. You can't just share private stuff without consent. You never gave consent.
Here's where
it's terrifying. It's terrifying to me that and it should be terrifying to every citizen in Nevada that somebody can just take your private correspondence and put it on blast publicly.
So this is not my exact forte, right? I'm a patrol officer. I already said that I talked to my sergeant about this, and if we have to get a detective involved, we will. At the same time, though, there was no non-disclosure agreement. So if she gave passwords to employees to do business on her behalf, then there's kind of a gray area of how public is it compared to private.
I never gave,
or part of the business doings per se.
I never gave. Sorry, I don't know what that sound is. I never gave permission for any iCloud access or any phone access, which is what I think they. Yeah, or Gmail accounts. Actually, you're right.
There's no consent here. There's no consent to share any private information, and this person never had access to any private information.
But what? Okay, so for right now, as far as we know, so here's my challenge.
Yeah.
So there's somebody, you guys have an idea of who this person is, and we're finding out through third parties that some information was already shared because you have screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So those third party people would have to be willing to talk to us to give up their source to say yes, it came straight from this person.
Right, that's true.
And if they're investigative reporters, I don't know how many investigative reporters are going to want to give up their sources because that's going to tarnish their reputation.
Right.
So if we had a way to figure that out without them, not saying we can't call them, but if there's a way to figure that out without them, then that'd be more beneficial for sure.
Is there anyone in Metro? So we have encrypted emails. We have encrypted emails from people that are obviously the source. I just don't know. Is there anyone in Metro that could figure out where these are coming from?
Metro.
That's ultimately where we want to go.
That's why I says this isn't my forte, so I'm not sure. If anybody would have to be a special detective that works with computer crimes.
And what about the harassment aspect too? I want to point out the harassment aspect because again, we're getting these cryptic Proton emails saying you're about. We blind copied all these people, even though you blind copy people so that people don't know you blind copied them, and they're like, we blind copied everyone. We're doing this. We are outing you.
Yeah,
there's multiple emails like that. Also, I feel like lies in harassment. Why are they doing that? This is a game to them. This is, you know what I mean? They're
like I said, there's a lot of ugly people that do stupid things, and they're mean people that bully people and stuff like that. It doesn't mean it's a crime.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying with the possibility of doing this, and even the blind copy, not knowing who those people are, if there are people. It's a that's what we don't know right now.
One of them is another person that I work
with. Is extortion a crime?
Extortion would be them asking for something. Did they ask for money or anything?
I haven't seen that. You just checked that email today. What are they threatening? Well, yeah, they're threatening our livelihood.
That's a bit gray. I don't know about that. They're just saying to put out information. So I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my sergeant right now with what I have, and we'll see if I'll see. They'll probably end up getting in touch with our cyber detective and see how this might play out.
Okay, yeah, I know, officer, like, by the way, just as an aside, I worked, not in the last few years, but I've worked closely with your, I have in the past, your internet sex crimes.
Uh-huh.
And I've done a lot of evaluations on sex offenders that got put away. Obviously, that's a very different crime, but I just want to say that, I've always appreciated Metro and worked closely with you guys. Thank you for listening to us. Yeah, I think the problem here is, right, I know technically, since they haven't published this stuff, it's kind of hard to, like, say it's a crime, but on the other hand, like, according to, like, GiGi, they're like minutes away from publishing this stuff, so, like, we're trying to salvage our reputation. But, like,
well, not just our reputation, but
you're trying to be proactive. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Yeah, it is a little confusing. Like, technically, after the damage is done, yeah, you got federal crimes and you got state crimes, right? But, like, and maybe they're just playing again. Maybe they're not going to publish. I mean, unfortunately, we have sources that have said that they've seen some of the emails and they know they're coming. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. We just right, like.
Yeah, my concern is the whole text of, like, these will be shown by your text messages. Like, it's very clear that they are releasing your text messages. And the fact that they were in your iCloud account, which is cited.
I've never given them a password to my iCloud.
Like,
And you've seen a direct copy of a particular text then?
I've seen somebody show me one in person. Yeah, I've seen things.
Or do you have it sent to you right now? One that you know for a fact is from your iCloud account?
Do we have one from Christina?
Did you get it?
Because here's what we usually do. We go by the screenshots showing the proof of, and I mean, it's kind of like a financial crime in a sense. We need all this documentation, the bank account records and all that other stuff, So having all this stuff, you can talk about it, you can say I saw it, but without the proof, once again, there's not a lot to go off of.
You can't find
or nothing to go off of. So the proof is what we need.
Yeah.
I think if you call GiGi, like, I think if somebody official with law enforcement calls GiGi and says, we're aware of the fact that you believe that you see texts that are private correspondence.
These ones aren't iCloud, these are her private messages that have been sent around and were emailed to us.
If you call GiGi and say, we have information.
They're crossing out names of who's in it.
Wait, hold on, John. There's two people talking. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, John.
We have information that you see private texts that have been shared with you from Lauren's iCloud account, which, by the way, is a crime. That's illegal. It's a federal crime because we're going across state lines.
Oh my God, a federal crime?
Well, I don't enforce federal crime either, so the FBI would probably have to get involved with this.
I agree. There's actually two federal crimes here. But,
what, two federal crimes?
I meant to jump in.
Because this may be more FBI than local.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
But my biggest concern is John, is if Henderson police calls, because this isn't their jurisdiction, they're not federal, and they say to GiGi, we don't know if there's a crime that's been committed if she asks.
Further.
Then it goes further. And if he's still trying to figure that out, he can't say there's been a crime that's been committed if he's still.
Have you submitted anything to the FBI at all yet?
No,
he made a police report in Arizona
in April when this first started.
Yeah.
And what they say?
They listened and took a record and said, would you want to press charges?
And we said yes, and we didn't hear back, and then things kind of died down, so we thought everything was done.
Have you contacted them recently? Because here's the thing, if this started when you guys were in Arizona, and they already gave a police report, doing a multiple 2 times, 3 times police report still makes sense. And now it feels like that's what I'm kind of doing.
Okay. The reason I called you is because we live here. We were in Arizona on a business trip.
Okay.
And so that was why I got them involved while we were there, because I was worried about her safety. She had somebody physically coming out threatening her at the courthouse.
Okay.
Yeah, bailiffs had to say, leave her alone.
Okay.
I was concerned.
Did you call? Yeah, that's completely different. Did you call Arizona and try to find an update on? So what was reported down there? Was this reported down there, or just the situation at Arizona?
The beginning of this was reported in Arizona, and
but Grayson, it's a different crime. That was somebody's basically stalking and threatening physically.
Okay, we'll keep that out of it then.
Physically?
Internet crime. That was somebody.
Internet crime.
And trying to harm her physically.
Okay. Let me talk to my sergeant. Probably talk to our cyber guy, and go from there. I'm not going to try to call GiGi.
I know. Do you see my concern with it?
Yeah. No, 100%. While you're on the phone, we have that a lot with like neighbors across the street, next door, apartments,
Right,
whatever.
like
We're
it's
like,
backfire.
hey, I just want it documented. I don't want you to go talk to him because I'm afraid it'll escalate. I want it documented. So a lot of people do that as well. So based on your concerns, I will not make a phone call to her.
Okay.
Not at all. Let me talk to my sergeant and see kind of what direction we're at right now. Because right now, all I got is somebody saying they're going to do something and haven't yet. And your lawyer sent out a cease and desist to that person, right?
3 people.
That person may or may not have shared information to other news sources per se.
Correct.
And the reason I say may or may not have is because they would have to tell me it came from that particular person. And then we got a text message, copies of text messages from 2023 which
And I want to point
that are
out
being sent out. So there was a
text
copy of a text message, screenshots of a text message that's being sent out. And who'd you get that from?
You know, that's an interesting person because that's somebody that we hired to do contract work with,
Mhm.
and then they cut doing contract work with us because so they were sent that. So it's also like that's someone that like stopped working for us because it was sent. So this is someone like trying to physically hurt our business.
So that might not be from your iCloud account. That could be from the other person then.
They were sent it by the person that we've been telling you about. They said that. They told her directly, Stephanie sent this to me. And she said, I don't know what.
But we don't know where Stephanie got from.
I don't know. She's in that. That was between.
And that's the other thing too. We have to try to prove that Stephanie had access to the iCloud and got into it and broke into it.
Yeah.
Or happen to know your contractor who took screenshots of it because it's on their phone too. And they took the screenshots and sent it to her.
So I think the best case, we're all here. If you could talk to your cyber unit, is that what you feel is best right now, officer?
That's all I can do because right now it's very, very loose stuff, extremely loose stuff. I understand the concern and I know the concern is real, 100%. I'm not trying to downplay
Lives
that.
to be blown up.
But just like I mentioned earlier, when somebody says, I'm going to come over and take care of you, what does that mean? So there is real fear, concerns, and other things in person's minds when certain things happen and they understand from their point of view what could or could not happen. The fact that it hasn't happened yet is good, but that would like pass that. But yeah, there's a lot of work that would have to go into if and when that took place, being a crime, and then tracing it back to the actual person that did it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I'm not the one that's going to be able to figure it out.
Everybody good? John, are we good?
I have problems with my iPhone. Come on now.
Unfortunately, this is sort of like so.
And yeah, internet crimes and stuff too. The FBI, I think it'd be good to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
It's probably what we need here. I mean, you know, it's one of those different situations where, you know, like I would do groups for, you know, convicted felons, and you know, sometimes sometimes a sex offender would say, well, you know, I'm thinking about offending again on, you know, so and so, or like they'd be vague, I'm thinking about offending, and we would know who it was, right? Like we would know what they wouldn't say the person, but like we would have an idea based on their history of who they were talking about. And like, is that reportable, right? Like, I mean, obviously I don't want somebody to get harmed, right? But like they haven't committed a crime, but there's like a specific credible threat. I don't know. It's
what?
It's a hard area.
It is, and I mentioned this earlier before you were on the phone. It's difficult because sometimes until that line is crossed, it's just an idle. I wouldn't say idle threat. It's not a criminal threat. It's just a threat of doing something. And until it happens, there's not a lot you can do. Sometimes depends on what it is. So you know, just because people have certain thoughts of, I would like to go steal a car. I think that'd be fun. We're not going to go to somebody's house because they're planning on stealing a car.
Right. I guess like in this case, no, I know. I think there's a specific credible threat. But I don't know, like, yeah, technically, you know, until they publish the stuff and cross the line, like, it's hard to know what to do. I mean, I guess
Well, that's where the cease and desist from the lawyer is huge, because then they can contact the lawyer, know that the lawyer is real. Lawyer can utilize certain federal laws, certain state laws in that, saying, you know, if you do this, this is a law you'll be breaking, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's educating the other party and makes them be like, oh, man, that's not a good idea.
Now, unfortunately, one of the other parties, their husband works for the FBI, so he apparently doesn't seem to think this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's because
we don't know. We don't know if they've talked or they're not the best marriage. So let's be honest, we don't know.
I don't know what's been said, but like, I mean, I looked it up. The statute on these things it depends on how bad it is, but it's at least 5 years in prison. It's a felony. So I mean, it is serious, and it's obviously there's civil issues in terms of if they ruin our business, which they would think our business would be.
Yeah, I brought up civil earlier.
Okay. So, and obviously it's going to be multiple counts. If it's here, like 10 items, it's potentially 10 counts. So I don't know. Like, it's frustrating.
I get it.
Right? It's frustrating because obviously our best case scenario here is to stop this or stop anything from being published.
Yep.
Hey, so I think I feel good where I am, John. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, so you don't think you should call GiGi?
Well, I think we have the concern. He can't say right now that there was a crime committed. So if he asks, he has to say, I don't know. And then that gives him power.
I mean, it could just be an intimidation campaign.
Intimidation?
Right? Like, I mean, that's true. Like, it could just be like, we're gonna ruin your reputation without publishing a thing because we're implying or we're inferring that you're immoral or whatever the hell they're implying. That, you know, you're not supportive of people you should be. So I mean, it could just be intimidation. But is there any way could we get a referral to the FBI? Is there someone at the FBI we can contact?
Yeah, you have to just contact the FBI office itself. I think you can do an online report, but I don't know how soon you'd be contacted by anybody because it goes into their big system. I would say the local FBI, I think, is downtown near the detention center or the courthouse or something. You could go straight down there and talk to a desk officer or something and say, hey, we want to talk to somebody about a situation we have.
Is that right by CCTC?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but you know.
Yeah, I'll go. You know, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about that one crime you were covering, Don.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And I had an appointment with them, and I just was unable to go because I'm out of town, but I can figure it out.
We had some people threatening us. So, I mean, what's their office in St. Louis? Goes to what, 5?
Yeah, we can work it out, John. We're standing here with an officer. Can we call you later?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Yeah, let me go talk to my sarge and see what he thinks, because this is very unique. It's not something we go to, not even on a monthly basis, you know, maybe once a year kind of thing. And then you got multiple officers with, you know, beginning of the week, end of the week, days, swings, graves. So, I mean, for me, this is my first time in 5 years that, you know, I've dealt with something like this. So, but that's why we have the people, you know, available that have a little bit more experience. You know, if he has to bring it up to the lieutenant, they'll talk to the lieutenant, and then, you know, kind of go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do we need to give you any more of like the emails, the solicited emails, or the?
I would say right now, the big challenge is because you're getting these from other news sources.
The email was sent, you were in that Facebook group where that threat came from. So you pulled that.
Oh, no, that
and
threat
the email was sent to us.
That threat was written by my ex-employee, and
Okay.
it's her name on it.
It's from her email source, that kind of stuff.
No, it's from her direct social media account.
Okay, social media.
Yeah.
And what did that one say?
That was the one, if you talk in private, we'll expose you in public, didn't that do as a courtesy?
That was my ex-employee.
That was 2 hours after she had a conversation, a private text
This
conversation with
is
somebody
real.
else about the falling out with these employees, explaining some anger. So that's
Yep.
why at first I said, I don't think these are related.
Grayson's worse than all of them. If I were to rank them, Grayson's the worst, then Dr. John, then Lauren. Lauren Matthias is actually the least annoying of all of them. But like, I cannot fucking stand Grayson. I hate Grayson so much. She's like really thinks that like she really is. She's diabolical. She really is. She just sits there and it's just like she gets to decide what people are allowed to say and what people aren't allowed to say. And then Dr. John's like the know-it-all. He's like the expert who comes in and is like explains why federal statute says. Lauren Matthias is the dumbest one of them all. And she's just like, yeah, so this just like hurts my feelings. I just don't like this stuff being out there. And I just don't want people to say it. Civil stalking injunction. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, I got it. I just need specifics for my sergeant. So that's one thing. But those text messages that you have are from the copies of text messages?
Yeah, those were sent in April from somebody else, from a friend of mine who sent them, who got mad at her and sent them from a group.
So she got them from somebody else, basically. Okay, so in a hearsay kind of, I don't say hearsay, but you got it through a third source.
My husband is back really quickly. He said a couple of action items. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just wondered if we could get a report filed so we start having somewhat of a paper trail on this, if the FBI wants that. Number one, and number two, if we could get a consultation with the internet division, I think that would be helpful just to see what they say or get their feedback. I feel like the more options we have, the better. So like if we could get those two things, that would be great. I really appreciate it.
So a report, we usually do a report for crimes. I got to talk to my sergeant about this. If it's, I mean, we document everything, but if it doesn't come to the point, we don't necessarily do a report for it, you know?
Not a police report, just like an incident report.
Yeah. I definitely get you that. And as far as somebody contacting you, once again, that's going to be up to the information that I give them and what they got to say for reply. And if they, you know, I'm not even sure because our cyber guy is tucked into computers all day long per se. That I mean, few people know who he is. You know, so
Right. Yeah, I get it. Right, they're like a different breed.
yeah, like our SVU detectives are the same way. They're in their little offices and their little holes, and we see them once in a great while. You know.
Yeah.
But I'll see if there's a way if somebody can make a phone call to explain things better than what I can.
I just want to like the more you know the more brains behind this, like they're just to see, like I just want to see if there's other options or if they could recommend something that we don't know.
Right. Yeah. They deal with this stuff all the time, so they would know where the lines are drawn, so to speak.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So those two things I think would be really helpful.
Okay.
Just to get some paperwork that that we're concerned about it, and then just even a consultation with the internet people to say, to tell us like what are some options, or
Yeah.
I mean, they might say there's nothing here, go to the FBI, or I mean, whatever.
Right. And they probably work with the FBI as well, so they'd probably be able to get you in touch with the right person as well.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
So I'll see what I can do here in the next 10, 15 minutes or so.
Awesome. We really appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm sorry, there's anything to interrupt you there. I
No,
apologize.
I'm just trying to think of hard data. So the text messages are from somebody kind of thing.
Email to us, and then email to us after that person confronted you in the courthouse. And then the Proton email came directly to our account.
So that wasn't forwarded. That was
sent directly to our account.
From
what's with the seatbelt thing?
the person that's hiding.
Oh, so directly, so you don't know who it's from. It's just
Correct. We don't know who
Okay.
it was from, but they sent it to us.
Okay.
And they said,
But that was the same-
sign copied all of the.
that was the same thing saying they have dirt on you, pretty much. In so many words, they're saying they have dirt on you, and
Your texts are going to be released.
Did
You
they-
said only your
They
text.
said your text. Your
Yep,
text
yep.
will be released.
they didn't say your text will be released if you don't do this. And they didn't say your text will be released at this point.
More like Hidden True Lies, all of it will come to light.
So they just seem to be upset and are saying they could be released.
All of them are BCC on this email, and your text messages will.
Right.
So they're
Certain people are BCC, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know who.
We don't know
Who
who.
are they BCC?
Who are they BCC? That's stupid to say they BCC to people.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense. I agree with you.
But when I talked to GiGi today, she goes, "Well, the first email came from a Proton," and I was like, "You're fucking bullshitting me." Like, 'cause I
So let's go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I want to go out and talk to the sergeant. So that email basically says, in so many words, you're full of lies, blah, 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 the truth come out, blah, blah, blah.
We're gonna release your text.
Blah, blah.
That's it.
We're gonna release your text publicly.
But they didn't say we're going to release it on Monday. We're going to release it if you do this. We're going to release it if you don't do this. Nothing like that. They just said we're going to release it.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. I'll be back. Oh, that's your husband. No, I'm Henderson too, not Metro.
All right. So there's more, believe it or not. There's more. So that's round one. But I found the Andrea Burkhart text that people were talking about. This Excited Utterance YouTube account has these where she says bad things about Andrea. Let's pull this up. So this is Lauren apparently saying this. Andrea Burkhart, oh my God, Andrea Burkhart, she calls her, is saying the most upsetting things and spreading misinformation like wildfire. Oh my God, says you. And doesn't even care about Abby and Libby. She doesn't even care. Oh my God. This is an emotional child. Whenever you see these people that are like, they don't even care about the victims, people that hide behind the victims don't really give a shit about justice. They're just like, it's such an easy position to take. But like, I stand with victims. Yeah, okay, we all do. We all stand with victims. But we don't want to see the wrongly accused get convicted of something they didn't do. Right? And so just like we saw this in the Karen Reed case. A lot of people that were like, I stand with the O'Keefe family. And you'd see their profile picture of like John O'Keefe, 2490. Bitch, you're supporting the people that killed him. Stop it. Stop hiding behind John O'Keefe, right? We're here for John O'Keefe. We were here for John O'Keefe before you pretended to be here for John O'Keefe. All right? So stop it. Stop it. I just don't trust any of these true crime people that are like, I'm for the victims. That's the easy route to take because we're all here for the victims. So Andrea Burkhart supported Richard Allen. She believes he's innocent. And, you know, I don't know as much about her that she does and other people know about the case. But the people I trust and the people that I know all seem to think that Richard Allen is innocent. So I trust her judgment. And so I trust them. Right. So, again, I haven't done a deep dive into this like a lot of other people have, but like all the smart people that I've come to respect all seem to say that Richard Allen's innocent. So I would have if I were to guess, I would say Richard Allen's innocent because, or at least like not guilty because like everybody, I like smart intellectual people like Andrea and like Carrie and people like that. They all seem to say that he's innocent. So like, I just trust that, you know, and I don't know anything about the case, but I just trust, I know smart people say that. And I know dumb people like Lauren Matthias who are just like blindly like, I'm for Libby and Abby, you know? And it's like, that's such a lazy Defense Diaries, of course, big time into that, you know? Like I greatly respect the Matas and they seem to take the position that Richard Allen's innocent. Yeah. And Carrie, she's great. I'm intellectual saving this. Exactly. But, you know, but they're deep thinkers, these people. And then I see lazy people like Lauren Matthias who don't put any effort into like looking into the case or anything. And they're just like, I'm for Libby and Abby. Okay. Yeah. You know, how easy a position that is to take. I'm for the murdered girls. Yeah. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? You know? It's like, whatever. And then she goes on to say, she just said last night that this isn't about justice for Libby and Abby. It's about justice for Richard Allen. Well, isn't that what you want to? Don't we all want justice for Richard Allen? Even the people that want him convicted. I mean, isn't that what you people think that you think he got justice? If you think Richard Allen's guilty, don't you think he got justice? Isn't that like, who isn't for justice for Richard Allen? Like, everyone is for justice for Richard Allen. Duh. She says she wishes she could clone herself. Something tells me she didn't say just, there's more to that. She is saying that Dr. Walla did things wrong when it's not true. Ooh. Well, okay. I assume that's like the medical examiner, I'm guessing, in this. But yeah, why does she care what Andrea thinks? That's a good question. Dr. Walla followed everything on the internet and then won a show after treating Richard Allen before the trial and lost her license. Okay. Walla is a scumbag. You guys know way more about this than I do. When it's not true, she is making up shit and suggesting that people call the licensing board for Walla and is posting free Richard hashtags. Okay. All right. Well, so I guess that's it. That's the only one I saw in here. I didn't see more of this. But yeah, this British chick, hella excited utterances. There's 10,000 subscribers. Let's see. Oh, she did a whole stream on the. She did a whole stream on the private texts. Oh, let me see some of these. Deep throat and excited utterances. She's Aussie. Oh,
that's all. Because she keeps like she goes on Dr. DeLynne's show.
All right. There are some awful YouTubers banned from the courtroom, and they showed up at 5 a.m. to give my assistant a box of donuts. Grayson, Grayson doesn't need any more donuts. When she walked away from the sidewalk to the steps of the courthouse so she could hand out donuts to everyone in line, and the people in line were shouting at her to put the donuts down, to not touch them. I looked over at the YouTubers who were shouting from the sidewalk, and they said they had coffee for everyone. I said, but they have coffee. Everyone was like, don't touch it. They're trying to hurt everyone. They can't come to the courthouse property for a reason. Okay. I hate Nancy Grace. And when she came into the courtroom yesterday, I was actually glad because I thought maybe she can share some truth. That's when you know it's bad, when you're counting on Nancy. Are these the texts she didn't want out? Oh, yeah.
He's a confessed sex addict, etc.
Yeah.
Right.
Addictions. Then now we have defense again for a recross. So there, Rosie's first question out of the gate. Well, do you know if Richard Allen was underreporting the sexual abuse and the
Hold on.
And is posting free Richard hashtags? Okay, all right, let's go there. Let's go there, peeps. Let's talk about Dr. Walla. Let's talk Dr. Walla for a minute. Shall we? Shall we?
What's this one?
And have them agree on every single thing? Not possible.
Yeah.
Not possible.
I cannot understand why Andrea Burkhart is getting so much attention. What she says and what she's doing is so upsetting. Yet she's so upsetting. Yet the lawyer, just had her on. And Lawyer Lee, who I like, is also now getting pulled in. Andrea, I have no warm feeling towards. I don't like her. Woo! I don't like her. She's upsetting me. She upsets me. And what she is doing is upsetting. Lawyer Lee is just getting pulled. She upsets me. Does that not sum up Lauren Matthias better than anything else? She upsets me. I don't like the things that she says upset me. We're 2 steps away from a civil stalking injunction. Like, basically, I don't want her to be able to speak because she upsets me. If you upset Lauren Matthias, then your speech should be regulated, basically. That's kind of what she believes. She has more messages.
Circumstances of the trial. It is quite evident that the judge is very hostile to the public interest in this case. The circumstances of the trial.
Lawyer, as well. So that's the kind of thing I was reading from them. So they were very critical. The order makes no provision for any member of the public to view the exhibits under the same conditions as them.
More texts. Y'all sitting in the Indianapolis airport trying to get back in time for the morning Halloween party. While I pray my plane comes, I just got to share that Delphi is wild. I can't even explain what is happening here. It's like the world is getting gaslit by YouTube defense attorneys. He's so guilty, and there was a whole effort to try to push out this narrative that he is innocent. Oh my God. I will take it. There isn't any intelligent person in the world who wouldn't trust Andrea Burkhart over or Barnhart over Lauren Matthias. No, not one.
Want to read it?
Okay. Y'all sitting in the Indianapolis airport trying to get.
Yeah.
During the Delphi trial, that is Indiana versus Richard Allen.
Here's another one. I already saw that one.
What a goddamn.
You rolled your eyes throughout this entire trial. Well, the gallery.
Okay, so Judge Gold said that to Richard Allen, and Richard Allen had a lot of facial tics apparently during the trial. And Nancy Grace commented on it as well. For the 2 hours that she was there, she noticed him going like that as well, right? This man has been subjected to a drug that has qualities that make a person.
Interesting. Okay. Again, I wish I had more time to get into all the Richard Allen stuff, but we'll see. All right. Now I want to play next. I want to play this call from where'd it go? The police call with Janeese. People are saying I should play this one. Let me play this one next.
Hello, I'm looking for Janeese. This is Sergeant Jacobs with the Boise Police Department in Boise, Idaho. This is in reference to a possible stalking situation that involves Lauren Matthias, Grayson, Lindsay, Lori, yourself, and Sarah. The report number this is under is 2025-510-902. My badge number is 76. If you give me a call back so I can kind of get your side of the story, my number is.
Janeese.
Hi, Janeese. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's that?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, I was contacted last night. Excuse me, I've got to get the report back up so I can see exactly what was going on. Give me just a second.
You're fine.
So this is the chick who briefly came up to Lauren Matthias outside of a courthouse, and Lauren Matthias is like, I don't want to talk to you. And that was the end of it. That was the whole thing. And she called the cops on her, I guess.
Okay, great. Let me check this out and get back up. So anyway, as my voicemail said, this is in reference to incidents that happened both in Arizona and here at the Coburg trial this weekend. That sound familiar?
I didn't do any. She says I was stalking her at the Kohlberger trial.
So no, not necessarily.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm gathering from all this, and it's very long and interwoven.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just trying to get everybody's perspective on what's happening. So apparently, Lauren was working with Lindsay, and maybe I'm wrong. And then Lindsay and her had fallen apart, and since then she claims that Lindsay, Lori, yourself, and Sarah have been approaching her and not leaving her alone. She's got several videos of encounters with different people in this group, and she's downloaded those onto our report on some of those. So I just kind of wanted to see your side of the story of what's going on with this whole mess, and kind of give me your perspective of what's happening.
Nothing has to do with Lindsay being her employer, because she says that, I know she's told she actually called the Nevada Police Department and tried to turn some ladies in, saying that it was against the law to share screenshots, but it's not.
It's not, exactly.
Anyways, she says that they're disgruntled employees, but they're not. Basically, Lauren has over the years talked shit and lied about a lot of people, and those are like in messages, and the people that she messaged to, they're no longer friends with her. They weren't employees, so she can say that. There are some other ladies that I'm not going to name names, but so they have shared those messages, and Lauren has made up a lot of shit about me, which this is so stupid middle school drama. Like, she doesn't know me, and she's telling people Janeese is a swinger. I have messages, literal screenshots of her saying that. She doesn't know me. And then she says her husband left her because of stuff. And she just is like said all this shit about me. So I found out about it, and I wanted to go up and talk to her about it in Arizona. And she had a complete freak out.
She was, but I just looked beyond. I was like, wait, like, I'm like, I don't know why. Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember what we decided. Please do not give them air.
So this is Lauren Matthias is taping them in Boise, and Janeese is there, and this is Lauren Matthias's video.
About today? What? About today? You sent her a cease and desist. You had the cops call Christina about stuff that you did. You shouldn't be waving at her. You shouldn't be coming, talking to her. You should be staying far away from her.
So the cops have nothing to do with what I was asking about a seat. I was asking about a seat. I walked away.
You said Lindsay. You said Lindsay. Lindsay. Is anyone sitting here? Don't talk to her.
Lindsay's in her 30s. She can talk to her. Lindsay's in her 30s.
I'm not talking to you.
Lindsay doesn't want to talk to her. She said her cease and desist letter. Why would Lindsay talk to her?
So cease and desist is I did Christina, and the police calling Christina. I didn't request that. Someone that says
just stop acting like nothing happened, that you haven't done anything.
I haven't done anything, and I will stand by that forever. Yeah, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with this.
Friends, and we will back her up till the
a cease and desist is a legal business. It has nothing to do with you guys.
You did.
What did I do?
You accused her of things you did.
What did I do?
You said a cease and desist, and then
what did I do?
You approached her after you
a cease and desist.
Why would you want to approach her after you sent her a cease and desist?
I asked if I could sit. I was at a press conference.
Well, then she kept asking. I know. What does that have to do with anything?
When there's not a lot of seats, you say
there were lots of empty seats. But she chose to ask about sitting. She chose to specifically approach somebody by name that she sent a cease and desist to. It's like,
great. Guess what? You know what? I work with Lindsay, and she tried to get me too. So guess what? I don't give a fuck.
I don't know you.
Well, you know me. You don't know me.
I have your phone number because I wanted to get eyelash extensions, but we've never hung out. I don't know.
Who is this? Is this Lindsay? Is this the Lindsay? This is person B?
So could you please get away from our table because you're making me uncomfortable.
Oh
I don't know you. I don't know why you guys approached us. We asked about a seat at a press conference. I don't approach you guys when we're all hanging out together. You guys, I know. So you're approaching me while I'm trying to have dinner. I approached you at a press conference about a seat. Could you please? She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone? I don't know her. I've never communicated with her.
And she goes, "I'm leaving," and that's the end of it. So that's the whole. Wow. I hope they survived. What a harrowing, scary incident that was. Jesus, Grayson going to be okay?
I don't know why that's not up yet.
She was like freaking out. Oh my gosh, are you recording me? And like ran into the courthouse and then opened up the door and she's like, Janeese, she's recording me. You are a bully. I feel threatened by you. Stay away from me. And I'm like, okay, all I want to do is talk to you. She's like, stay away. You're a bully. I'm like, okay. And she was freaking out. And then she took off running and got some cops involved. And so they took me into a room and talked to me. And they're like,
and was
what's going on?
Was that in the courthouse?
Yeah, that was at the courthouse.
Okay.
And they took me into a room and they're like, what's going on? And they're like, this lady says she feels threatened by you. They're like, we need to know if you feel threatened by her. And I'm like, no, she's an absolute joke. I'm like, all I need to do is talk to her. And she took off running, like,
she's an
trying to make this big
joke.
scene, like trying to, like, you are a bully. I feel threatened by you. And like, everyone's just looking at her like, you are an idiot. Okay. Anyway, so the cops were like, what's this all about? And I'm just like, well, she was talking shit about people, including like victims of this case, whatever. And they're just like laughing because they're like realizing like she's crazy. So from that point on, like even the officers, every time I came in, they're like, because I was sitting outside the courthouse waiting, so I wanted to talk to her and she was late that day. Usually she's there early and I was just going to talk to her, like nothing. Like I just wanted to ask her why she was telling people lies about me, like complete made up shit. And she had a big freak out. So the cops were like, are we gonna have to stand outside there and watch? And I'm like, no, like I'm a big girl. I'm not gonna do anything. All I want to do is talk to her. And so like literally the rest of that trial, they were like, hey, bully, keep it up, keep the peace up there. Like they were funny. Like they, even at the end, they like wanted to take their picture with me because we had this inside running joke and like Lauren was the joke. They thought she was ridiculous. Anyways, so that ended. And I don't know why she would say that something happened. Like that was it. She like brought up the phone and thought I was being a bully. So we're at the Kohlberger case. I didn't do anything. So after that in Arizona, one of our friends did talk to Lauren and she recorded it. She recorded the conversation. Lauren doesn't know it's recorded. And Anyways, after she got done talking to her friend, then she sent out cease and desist letters to the people that she thought had sent the text messages, her old friends, and then she sent one to Lindsay. Told them cease and desist. Okay, so Lindsay has stayed away from her, like stayed clear.
Okay.
We're at Koberger's case.
Right.
It's the day before. Lindsay and Lori are sitting under the News Nation tent.
Okay.
Right.
And Lauren comes over and she's talking to some of the people, and then she walks right by Lindsay and Lori and waves really fast. Waves, hi, and she sent a cease and desist to them.
Cease and desist.
But she's coming towards them. Like, why would that even be? So Lauren doesn't know I'm there because I'm sitting in the car. Well, then at night we're sitting out there lined up, and then Lauren comes over and realizes I'm there, and she sits there for like an hour. I don't say anything to her, and I wasn't planning on saying anything to her.
And this was at the restaurant? Was this
No.
at the restaurant?
This was the night before.
Okay.
So we're sitting there. She leaves, I guess, because she feels uncomfortable. The next time I see Lauren is at the press conference. I don't even talk to her, but she came up to Lindsay because Lindsay was sitting there and Lori and Sarah, and she's like, "Can I sit there? I want to sit there," and asking Lindsay if that seat was available. And Lindsay just turned and it like didn't say anything because of the C&D. And then she turns to Sarah and is like, "Can I sit here?" And Sarah says, "No, that's safe for Janeese." Well, she didn't like that answer, so she asked Lindsay again, and Lindsay doesn't say anything because she's not going to, because in the thing it said, if you do anything, we will take legal matter. So Lindsay's just going by the cease and desist that Lauren doesn't want to be contacted or anything.
Right.
Well, then Lori says to her, "I don't know why you're talking to her," or something like that, "but you sent a cease and desist, leave her alone." So Lauren just like goes and sits on the other side of the room.
time I hear
That was it. We all left. We're at dinner, and we were there for like 2 hours. We come out. 2 of my friends went out early because we were waiting for like check or whatever, and 2 of them paid and they went outside. And then I come walking out. My friend's like, "Did you see who just walked by?" I said, "No." And I turn around and Lauren and Grayson are sitting at the table right by the door.
What happened? What happened to the audio? Where'd it go? Where's it
Camera down, and I just stand there and we're just talking, listening to music. And then Lindsay comes walking out, but Lori and Sarah aren't with her. And then I look up and Julie's like, "Oh my gosh, Lori's talking to her." So Lori's just telling Lauren, "You sent her a cease and desist. Stop following her. Stop talking to her.
Stop it."
And then Lauren's like, "I can talk to her. It's a press conference. I can do that." And we're like, "No, you can't." We have it recorded. The whole conversation's recorded. Sarah recorded it. And then to Sarah, she's like, "I don't know who you are. Get away from me. You make me feel uncomfortable." And it's laughable because they know each other. She's known her for a couple of years through different trials, not like they know each other. She has Sarah's phone number because Sarah was going to do her eyelashes. Like, you will find out that Lauren is the biggest liar, narcissistic. She's going to spin the narrative. We weren't stalking her. We were at that restaurant. She actually knows that that restaurant is Lindsay's favorite restaurant, Boise, because when they were friends, they'd go there all the time together.
Right.
So it's kind of ironic that she would show up to Lindsay's favorite restaurant in Boise. And here's the other thing. It's self-seating, but you have to go in. So she probably saw us in there, and she continued to stay there, sat at the table right by the door.
Okay.
So
okay,
she can say all she wants. There's no stalking. No one would want to stalk that ugly bitch. Like, she is trouble. I'll tell you that much. Like,
okay,
so much trouble.
So
here we go.
Appreciate that. I still need to talk to.
Yeah, they're going to
Lindsay.
call you.
Lindsay, Laura, right? Just so I can put you in the report. Do you mind if I get your date of birth and address? Okay, so I'll put down what you said and whatever Lindsay and Lori and
there's nothing malicious or knowingly harming in us being at a restaurant that we were eating at, and she showed up. And I was at a trial already there before her, so she's just like, you're gonna find out this lady is batshit crazy.
And
you know what the funny thing is I have a friend that is a ISP cop, and I called her last night right as this was happening. I said, "Oh my gosh, I know she's gonna call the police in." And I told her what happened, and I sent her the video, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's it was laughable because she literally is such an idiot."
Right. Yeah. So just like, I obviously can't give legal advice.
I know.
But I would say, like, if you guys are going down to the same trials or you see her, like, just
we stay away.
Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Run
here's,
away.
let me just tell you this other thing. So she said she felt so threatened by me, and like I was a bully. So that was the first trial in Arizona. Like, I forgot there was one more right after that, and she sat on the back row with the media. And there was one day that there was a detective brought down from Rexburg, and I said, I'm friends with his wife, and so they said, "You can come over here and sit on this row." so I could see him, and it was like she was 2 rows behind me. Well, at break, she couldn't handle that I was that much closer. She literally moved up 2 rows and sat right behind me. And I'm like, if you feel so threatened by me, why would you get that close to me? You know what I mean? Like, it's laughable. Like, she makes up her own rules and excuses.
Right. I think what you said earlier probably is coming into play here, in that there's a lot of drama here.
She's the drama.
Well, yeah. It looks like there's drama on both sides, to be honest with you. Like, I mean,
there's
no point if she's as crazy as you say she is. There's no point to approach her and talk to her.
I don't approach her. I've never even had a conversation with. The only time I tried was that time when, and I wanted to just say, that was the first time I just wanted to talk to her and say, like, what, and then she had the complete freak out, like freaked out.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff is not worth it. So
I know.
Right. In the future, just tell our friends, like, cut and run, and don't get sucked into the drama. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thanks for giving me a call back.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Oh, all right. So that one wasn't even like bad. I mean, I thought the cops were going to be bad. I mean, the cop was just basically, I mean, Janeese did 90% of the talking on that. Oh, man. I mean, let me see like these comments on here. Whoever has the text messages that Lauren Matthias is so afraid of, show them. Let everyone see just what kind of person she is. Exactly. Like, dude, this is a lot of effort to prevent text messages from getting out. Like, that's what this all is. Like, that apparently show her being bad. That's Christina's call. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. It's the phone call with Christina you need to watch. Wait, it's the phone call with Christina that you need. Where's that? I have so many freaking things here. Hold on. I've gotten so many links of things I'm supposed to use here tonight. There's just so much of it. All right. There's like more body cam footage. I don't even get what all this shit is. Some of this stuff. Excited Utterance has it. Has what? I already showed the text messages. Oh no, I didn't show those ones. But play GiGi's call. Where's that? Do I have that? Hold on. GiGi's call. Okay, here's GiGi's call. Let's play GiGi's call. This one.
Hello, this is Officer Bovey at Henderson, Nevada Police. Is this Jennifer?
It is. How are you?
All right, good. Thank you for calling me back.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Dealing with this.
My grandma's in ICU, so I just keep my phone off.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, please. I just let you know I'm recording this with my body camera, right?
Okay.
All right, I'm a little confused. Chat, help me out. Remind me who the hell GiGi is. Who the hell is GiGi? How many people am I supposed to care about? Who is this? Oh, is that the same lady who donated $50 earlier? Remind me who GiGi is. She's from Law and Crime. What is her real name's Jennifer? What is her relation to this? I'll just play this and check and tell me.
You have any? I left you just a little bit of a message. You have any idea why I'm calling you, or you know anything about what I've mentioned?
Yeah, kind of. So I think I can sum this up really quick for you. At least my perspective.
Okay.
This is somebody who has a popular true crime YouTube channel, 250,000, maybe more followers.
When you say this person, you're talking about
Lauren Matthias.
Lauren herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't like drama. Like, I just do my job and kind of was put into this. Really, I think what the case is here is, just behind people's backs, content creators that she has worked with, victims, family members of violent crimes that we cover, national media cases. She talked crap about a lot of people behind their back.
Yep. People do that.
Falling out, and her brand is about to be gone. I mean, that's really kind of it. I was sent some messages kind of anonymously that were about me personally, which I don't care. I do not go public and say what Lauren Matthias said about me is just not how I roll. So I kind of kept it close. had a few more people in the media approach me and say, oh, did you get some information about Lauren Matthias? Yeah, I did. Didn't ask to see theirs, didn't see it, didn't show my stuff. Just interesting.
Okay.
We all got an email when we were at trial in Phoenix last week from an anonymous person. Proton email, very common when people don't want to be traced. It tagged a lot of people, prosecutors in Idaho for the Lori Vallow case, me, other people in the media, victims' family members, where it just says, you know, she's talked crap about you, and you, and she's going to be exposed. We all kind of were like, we got work to do, not our problem.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
That's essentially all I know.
Right.
So you don't know who these text messages came from or anything?
No, I got them anonymously through a Proton email.
Okay.
Which I deleted. I mean, I just don't do drama. Once I kind of saw what it was about, I'm a single mama 3. I say my 90-year-old grandma lives with me. Like, I don't have time.
I get it.
The time I have is like, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't get involved in drama. Well, her assistant called me today, really pressing me. Lauren called me the other day. I'm in ICU. I'm not answering. It's just, you know, my grandma was about to die, and I was like, this is the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
I just chose not to go public with it. It's not what I do. I don't want to be a part of anybody's public downfall, even if they did talk crap about, you know, victims' families is kind of the thing that bothers me the most.
Right.
But yeah, so it just, I've seen stuff from, you know, about me. I've heard what has been said about other people, but that's word of mouth. You know, it's not.
Right.
It's
And
not
there's the First Amendment rights too. You know, people can talk smack all they want, blah 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 blah. You know, but
right, and there's also the right to release them, even if you're mad at somebody.
Exactly.
I know she was claiming she got extorted.
Exactly.
Which
You
I
have
said,
the
go to the
right to
police. If
release
you have
messages.
somebody saying, I'm gonna, you know, if you don't pay me $5,000, I'm gonna go public, like that's a crime. You should go to the police. But
Right.
like, I got nothing for you.
Right.
You know, her assistant was questioning me about who I've talked to, who has reached out to me, and I said, people trust me, and like that's why, because I'm not going to tell you anybody.
I know that's I did a little bit of research too, so I kind of understand who you are, where you come from. So, and I mentioned it to her. I'm like, I can ask for a source, but I mean that's her credibility, that's her livelihood. Why would you give me the source?
And I mean, it's like, I'm not giving up my friends, because the thing is this, at the end of the day, like you say, you have the right to talk smack about people, but when your little friend group breaks up and there are hurt feelings, don't be surprised when you put those messages on their phone where you're talking crap about people who have been nothing but nice to you.
Yeah.
Get mad.
All right.
You know, she kind of started this at a trial in April in Phoenix. We all had to get together. She said, I was hacked and I'm being extorted. So I walked away because I was like, this is drama. I'm here to be with my friends. I don't want to hear. It has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So I didn't even really hear her side, but her assistant today was very panicked. I think it's just become clear to her that people have found out the nasty stuff she said really that was unwarranted. We've all been kind to her.
Right.
And including victims' families that she launched her podcast on and would have live on her show. But not only that, was a friend of them that talked crap about them behind their back for no reason other than just middle school drama. So she's in panic mode because her channel is about to be toast. And I've had people say, I hear people want this exposed. People need to know who they're following. 275,000 followers. They need to know they're following somebody that will have somebody on her show that has lost 2 family members to a violent crime and turn around and go to the group and talk crap about this family member when they visited each other and had time together over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So it's really just
It's like two-faced and
it's so bad. But you know, for me, it's like, we are in our 40s, grow up.
Yeah.
You know, because I went public and got a lot of clicks, but I don't have time for that. Like,
Right.
you know, my cup is empty.
Right.
and people know, for me, it's like, don't come at me with drama. I've defended her in the past where people have said, you need to talk to Lauren. I'm like, I already talked to Lauren. She's a grown woman. She, you know, if you think her channel is going astray, talk to Lauren.
Right.
So a bunch of people have messaged me about this GiGi woman. They said she works for law and crime. She's like a respectable person. I can pick up on that just from listening to her, that she's just like, yeah, I was on the email that we all got about this and I just didn't care. I just disregarded it. It was like some stupid person trying to start some stupid shit. And I don't care because I'm a grown ass woman doing my job and I don't care.
I'm not a middleman. I'm not even that close to her.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm on a police department. I'm in my early 50s, and there's drama in the police department. And you know, we can talk to bad guys all day long at the hood of our car, but for some reason we can't talk to each other in the locker room.
Right. No, it's crazy. And for me, it's just really sad because we deal with a genre, as you know, in law enforcement. It is devastating. And it's very sensitive stuff.
Yep.
And so people are rightfully going to be mad when they find out a family that you've had on your podcast time and time again that have made you a lot of money, that you have talked bad about them when they've done nothing but sort of invite you into their fragile little worlds at a really terrible time.
Right.
It's just backlash that's really kind of warranted. To me, because we don't need people like that, in my opinion, in the true crime world.
Yeah, it makes everybody kind of look bad.
Legit. Yeah, it does, because there's people who really care about these families that we get to know and want to bring these victims to life. And when you've got a bad apple in the bunch, it does tend to reflect that on all of us. Like, that's really, other than talking bad about victims' families, that's kind of my thing, is we struggle to be legitimate as sources. And so when somebody does something like this, and it's just middle school stuff. And it comes back and people find out, if somebody doesn't like her and they say, hey, she's talked crap about you, it's kind of their right.
Yeah.
If they have sat and listened to it for years and her assistant was trying to play me audio of like somebody they think this is coming from talking smack about me. I said, look, I don't know this woman. I don't care. I'm a podcaster. People are going to talk smack about me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose any sleep.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't love her.
Exactly.
I said, what I care about is somebody that I've been a friend to when we've seen each other at trial or driving her home so she had to take an Uber. I said, what hurts is that, but did I lose sleep? No, not really.
Right.
I mean, there's bad seats everywhere. So
Well-
no, she's in panic mode. She's about to lose everything, and that's really. This is kind of I think a knee-jerk reaction to realizing that years of smack talking people who have done nothing wrong to you, have been kind to you. It's like, oh my gosh, like I never thought these would get out. I think that's really where we are.
Okay. So just to kind of recap then, Jennifer, so you got an anonymous message with some text messages, copies of text messages where Lauren had talked smack about you at some point. And then you're aware there's other text messages that might be out because you're on that email from Proton, but you don't know the source of any of these text messages?
No, I mean, I've heard names, but I don't know who they are, so I can't say that's who. And the other thing, like, you're not going to tell her what we talked about, right?
No, I don't need to. I say I'll talk to you and I don't have what I need.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, I don't know any of these people that were in her group. I deal with my own stuff, so I have no clue who these people are, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you for sure it's this person or that person.
Okay.
And they weren't just necessarily, I can't even say they were text messages. They may have been, even Facebook Messenger. So it was either text or Facebook Messenger. I got these, in May. So it's been a while. I deleted everything. I don't, it's like my kid uses my iPad. I tell her all the time, don't get involved.
Yeah, I don't think she's afraid of you necessarily putting out the information, but she's afraid of the information getting out there.
Yeah, I would never. I mean, I could have went with this in May if I wanted to,
But the information you have is just on you, right?
Correct. Yeah, I haven't seen anything actually about somebody else. The only thing I have seen is what was specific to me.
Okay.
I mean, of course, people chatter.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this message, and so that kind of thing. But
So other people are saying that there's stuff out there, but I mean, whether it's seen or not is a different story.
Right, and like I say, I can't say who sent them because I don't know who these people are. To be honest, I've never met them in my life.
Okay.
So good luck with the girl drama.
I'm about done with it. It's been on this for a while yet, so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for calling back.
You're very welcome.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
He goes, good luck with the girl drama. I know. I got to get a new mic arm. I know. I kind of like holding it, though. It's kind of fun. Now he's going inside Lauren Matthias' place. Hold on.
We have all that. So, I'm not getting anything from the phone calls that I have. So, the anonymous Proton email came up saying that, there's information, but I talked to Jennifer and too many names. I'm sorry.
Too many names yet.
Or GiGi's.
Yeah, and Stephanie.
Okay. And what did Stephanie say?
She says she's got messages from the past and stuff, denying that she's part of this kind of thing. Says past it. She did mention the Christina. She mentioned that person.
That she's sending texts?
She feels that might be somebody that might be more involved with it, but
okay.
But that's once again speculation too. From my guess is, or based on what she was saying, she's speculating. So whether she knows more or not, she's not sharing it. So and then same with GiGi. She said it was just specific texts to her about her, and she says she don't care. She put it to the side. She's like she doesn't want a part of the drama, and she has spoke with other people that said they've seen other text messages, but some of the names out there she's not familiar with.
Okay. I'm gonna throw this out here, and this has been on my mind the whole time. And you're gonna roll your eyes and be like, "Where's this person from?" But if we're gonna do this, I need to bring them up because you're gonna be like, "This is circumstantial," but I have good reason to believe that this person's involved. So I'm gonna throw it out there to you.
Mm-hmm.
His name is a hacker
Mm-hmm.
who's actually done this to other podcasters, including someone named Mandy Matney, who it was the Murdoch Murders podcast host, and he did the same thing to her. He became my friend. He's sort of like a cyber. He collects everything. He told me he collects everything. I introduced him to the Dateline producer, and the Dateline producer told me, he's like, he breaks the law, man. Like, I can't use him. And he told me himself, says, I save everything. In reading emails, he's now blocked me from all messages and blocked me from everything. And in reading this sort of Proton email about the people he's referring to, I think he considers himself a bit of a cyber Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lives for this. It's like, this is what he does.
Okay.
He's friends with Stephanie and Colette. He's now blocked me on everything. I see that everything from him is officially encrypted. So Do I have anything beyond circumstantial evidence for you now? No.
If it goes to the point of criminal or civil, like I said, depends on what's put out. You can always bring his name up at that time, and as far as this, that, whatever.
Okay. That's why I need to bring them up to you so you can guide me. That's why. I didn't
Just hang on to that information. Yep.
Okay.
I have a couple questions. I'm a little nervous to ask. Did you get the sense from GiGi like this is going public or no?
No. Well, not on her side. I mean, she's not going to do nothing with it. Her mom's sick. She doesn't need drama. She
No,
said.
I know, exactly. I agree. Right. But did she tell you what she told us, which is, yeah, get ready. This is going to go public. And,
No, she didn't say that.
because she told us today that, yeah, she said, yeah, it's about.
Well, if she knows more than what she's leading on, then that's her. Because once again, she says, I've got, different sources that I need to protect as well and stuff. And I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
So if she knows more, she wasn't alluding to it. So.
Yeah.
But I think if anything, she might be just here because it sounds like you all are in the same group chats / whatever, in the circle of whatever, work group kind of thing. So if she's hearing from circles, text messages from this, phone call from that, then maybe she believes she heard enough. I'm just speculating that she probably heard it from enough people that certain things are out. And so then it may, go from there. Yeah. So I take everything when people tell me things, I take everything with a grain of salt. Right. Because if I say something's going to explode, what do you think? Compared to what does that person think? Compared to what that person thinks?
Right. Yeah.
Or this is huge.
Right.
Well, it's huge.
Yeah. And then my other question, as their assistant, I'm trying to gauge this so I can PR this myself a little bit.
Well, crisis.
And get crisis management in if we have to in our agency. Did Stephanie maybe get the understanding that this could, if she's doing this shit, it could get bad?
Yeah. Were you able to explain that they're on the line? Like
if she's releasing stuff, she's on the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I think she'd be the one to get a little scared and be like, whoa, back up.
Yeah.
Did she seem to understand?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. She's the one.
Based on her, and this is just phone. I mean, I can't see body language. I can't see body language.
Right.
I'd be willing to think that it's not necessarily her, although she could be sharing stuff with another party, and that other party is maybe doing this. Yeah. But her herself, probably not. Okay. Would she share this information that I said today with this other person? Yeah.
Right. But
It's not a fire
she
line.
thinks Christina's more involved. And yeah.
She mentioned the name Christina twice. So.
Okay. Yeah. Christina is the one that quit the contract work and sent us,
screenshot that I sent you.
Yeah. Which was funny because that was a screenshot of Stephanie's, but okay.
Well, they obviously know each other by name, so.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. They do.
So it depends on why the sharing of the text for one.
And why are they in fucking blankets? Like, really? You couldn't take the fucking blankets off when the cops are there? You know what I mean? This is fucking madness. Madness. Anyway, is there more of this shit? I got more shit. I can't even watch more. I feel like we get the point. I've been avoiding all streams about Grayson in favor of waiting for Turtle Boy to get back to it. Has anything really awful been leaked? Or was this panic unwarranted? I mean, to me, this is just more of the same shit. It's just all I've seen is a gigantic waste of taxpayer dollars. And I don't know why the cops even humor this or feel the need. Like, how much fucking resources have been diverted for this bullshit? Because this woman doesn't want some texts coming out. That's all it comes down to. Insane. All right. I'll be right back. I got one more time. I gotta be right back. Hold on. All right, we're back. All right. So what did I miss? I missed any? Is there more shit I'm supposed to listen to here? There's so much more. I could be doing this all night, but I feel like my voice is kind of like dumb. And yeah, I don't want to do all night. Like I'm struggling. My voice is struggling, dude. Finish listening to this. There's nothing more to listen to, I feel like. All right. Is there anything else I should really cover tonight? You guys think that I've missed? All right. Send it to me later. Maybe we cover it Tuesday. Let me read some turtle chats to end the night. All right. All right. Caroline sends $25 and says, happy belated birthday. Well, thank you, Caroline. I appreciate that. Hope you have a happy birthday whenever yours is too. Kelly sends $10, goes, hey, email friend here. I like and appreciate the better version of you. Well, I'm trying my best. It's not easy, you know. It's a lot of distractions out there, and I'm really, really, really trying. And it's not easy doing your job when you are, you know, I don't want to, I'm not getting into it. You know, you can't feed it. Like, and I'm like contemplating too. I'm like, should I? It's like part of me just wants to be like, I want to take a fucking month off. Like I've contemplated that, just like until my next court date on January 23rd. Just take a fucking but like this is my job. I can't just fucking stop doing it. That's the problem here. But I'm like, okay, if that will please terrorists out there, whatever, like I surrender. Like I'll just stop working. I will shut down my Twitter for a month, right? I will shut down everything for a month, and that way I can't get blamed for anything else. And I just want to fucking stop. That's it. I don't know what else I can fucking do. I don't know what else I could do. I will say this. Last night, I went out again because it was my birthday, right? And I tried to experiment. We took someone else's car, right? Not my car. And I did not get a text message saying, I know where you're at tonight. I did not get a text message. And people like, you know, so that was interesting. So I think it's the car, not the phone. Like, dude, it's fucking hard, dude. There's just a lot of shit, man. There are messages in my Twitter account. Like, don't message my Twitter. I'm telling you, like, if you have anything sensitive, don't message on Twitter. I've got about 10 instances now of people messaging me shit on Twitter, like very specific things that has gone public, like 10 fucking times, like a lot of shit, exact specific conversations. People who have messaged me on Twitter with private conversations have ended up getting harassing messages from fake accounts, specifically citing things that they said in the messages to me. And I'm like, I don't fucking, I need to hire someone to just look. I don't know what the fuck. I'm a boomer, I guess, with this shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like nothing I say and do online is private. I don't know who to call or what to do. Like, who do I call? Michael Easter? What do I do? You know? But, you know, I don't know. And it's got me, it's like, it's hard to, you know, get anything done. You know, you told me who to call. Remind me, Emily, send me that one again. Because I get a lot of emails. Oh, you should do this. You should do this. You should do this. You should do this. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. You should call this person. You should call this person. People like, I should call Cyber Chicken Boston. But I mean, I need somebody that can just go through all of my accounts, analyze them, and see, like, is this compromised? Is this, like, what is happening right now? I need a serious fucking professional to do this. And so I need, like, assistance. So I guess send me an email if you know anything about that. But yeah, I need an Ian Whiffen, except less douchey. That's right. Okay. Everybody's saying Cyber Chicken Boston. I'll have to message her. Yeah. All right. Next. So thank you, Kelly. I appreciate the better version of me too. Denise sends $44 and says, I am a 54-year-old teacher in Illinois, and I tell people all the time in my next career, I want to begin to write about the corruption that happens in school districts because of you. Feel better and Merry Christmas. Well, thank you, Denise. I always wanted to do that myself. It's kind of why I started this. Smart sends $5 and goes, happy belated birthday. I can't wait to feel. Okay, I guess I'll read this. I can't wait to feel that intimidator explode inside me while you fix the fridge. Stupid April is going to have some competition. Well, first of all, you're not going to feel that because everybody knows the Turtle Boy birth control method, right? It's called the chest, right? Or conversely, the face, right? I do not explode inside of you. That is not something I do. I do not do that. Everybody knows that, right? So that's not going to happen. I don't care how broken your fridge is. That's just never going to happen. So I don't care how hot you are, doesn't matter. Not going to happen. So, for fuck's sake. Exactly. I'm just reading the chat. Somebody sent that for $5. I'm just reading it. Little graphic, but also I don't do that. So there's that. And I got the snip. All right. Next. Carrie Cherry sends $25, goes, keep in mind in the 9-hour meltdown, she says that she made this call to the cops because she was in fear for her life. Did you hear a word about that? Nope. Just fear of their hard work going down the drain. Yeah, that's so true. It's see, you're so smart, Carrie. I know you took, you were really passionate in some of your tweets about it. I really enjoyed that. So thank you, Carrie. Mama Gwen Helmer sends $10 and goes, hi, Turtle. I noticed you're losing your voice and have a cough. Yeah, you think? I had the same symptom 3 days ago and tested positive for strep throat. If it gets worse, go get your throat swabbed. Okay, hopefully you get better soon. I actually feel better than I did the last couple of days. I'm coughing much less. And then right on cue, but it was worse. Yeah, the pull-out game is always strong, of course. Next. Erica Madden, my girl from the Star Driving, sends $100 and goes, I remember a time and place where this movement began to grow because people wanted to see an end to corruption in Massachusetts. We were united. We were passionate. People donated their time and money to those that spread the information, and we didn't discriminate. What has happened? Can we try to make a 2026 resolution to get back on track and treat each other with dignity and fairness and respect? Now, there are many cases that have come to light that need a united front. Strength in unity, strength in numbers. Martin Luther King. Amen, sister. I'm down for that. I am 100% down for that, Erica Madden. The pledge to get back on track. Now, some people will say that, like, we can't do that until I offer apologies to people. Okay. I think like Karen Reed and others. And just to be clear, like, I don't owe the public if I were to have anything to say to Karen Reed, that would be between her and I. That's it. That is not for public consumption. This idea that the Twitterverse thinks, or the YouTubeverse thinks, that like they are owed a seat in an audience to watch a personal conflict unfold is so untrue. Like if I were to apologize to Karen Reed for something, that would be between her and I. That would not be for your public consumption. So it's just fucking insane that people think. So like I am down for that. I am 100% down for a 2026 that is drama-free and focused on fighting corruption, and obviously my case is a big part of that in 2026. So yeah, the public apologies are gross anyway. Yeah, they're always cringe, and it just seems forced and whatever, and they don't do much. I made one the other day saying, not an apology on Christmas Eve. I made a post saying that can we all stop tagging workplaces? Can we do that? And even that didn't go. People were mad at me for that. They're like, oh, you're just as bad. You did what? So I can't even ask for peace. I can't even ask people to stop. So yeah, we should not tag workplaces. I think that's gay, right? It's just stupid. Don't tag people's workplaces, no matter how douchey you think they are. Don't do that, please. And I specifically said the person that I don't want them to tag the workplaces, and that's it. And I really haven't seen much of that. And so hopefully it stays that way. And yeah, next. Taper Jean Girl sends $15, goes, happy birthday, Turtle Boy. Life is like a wiener. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But always remember, it's never hard forever. Ooh, very true. Very true. Anonymous sends $10, goes, don't read this out loud. I'm going to read it in here. Even when you're sick, you still look handsome as fuck. Oh, well, thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate that. Now, if only I was there, I would come up to you completely. Okay, that got a little graphic. Got a little graphic there. So I'm going to not read the rest of that one. That was a little graphic. Okay. All right, next. Coffee and Cease Case Files Rivoli sends $10, goes, this convo with the police and Lauren sounds like the Temu version of how I imagine the Proctor Morrissey McAlbert convo went. Why can't we just arrest him? Exactly. Trying to frame this Christina woman for cyber stalking and vague federal crimes. What law can we bend to frame these women and create a crime? I want them to stop embarrassing me with my own words. This is beyond terrifying. It reminds me of how they arrested you. It's so true, except it was worse when Proctor did it because he's a cop. Whereas Lauren Matthias can just be ignored. And essentially she was, because the police didn't do shit. So thank you. All right, next. You can blame me. Oh, that was you, Brittany, for the first one. Will is the second. Okay, thank you. All right, next. We have U.S. Lily C. sends $75 and goes, happy birthday. Thank you very much, U.S. Lily C. Feel better. Stay strong. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud to support you on the First Amendment. An attack on free speech is an attack on our freedom. Amen, sister. Amen. You guys it's just a reminder that Twitter is not real life. This noise out there is irrelevant. If I can survive this, I can survive anything. Put it this way. Kelly sends $10 and goes, P.S. I hope you feel better soon. Merry late Christmas, happy birthday, and happy New Year. Better you. We got this. Well, thank you, Kelly. Do we have any more Cash Apps here? All right. Let's see. Ashley sends, geez, $200. Nice. And she looks hot too. Yeah, she sent $200 and she goes, cheers to a new year and no more charges. Well, hopefully that's the plan, Ashley. I appreciate that. I don't want to do that. So thank you very much, Ashley. Very kind of you. Andrea sends $10, goes, fuck Dr. John. He's an enabling piece of shit. Yeah, you got that right. They all are. Oh, that was you, Anonymous. Okay. All right. Jolene sends $50 and goes, "Happy birthday. Thanks for exposing Lauren." Well, thank you, Jolene. My pleasure. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Okay. I think I got those all. Is there anyone else that has, let me just refresh the turtle chats. I wish I could go longer. As you can see, I'm losing my voice more and more. Each breath becomes more and more difficult. Christy sends $5 and goes, "It's the McAlbert. They've been terrorizing people for decades. It's who they are. It's what they do. It's why they're in the situation they are in. I am sorry, Turtle Boy." Well, thank you. Yeah, they suck. Okay. All right, guys. I got to go rest up my voice. We'll see Patriots tomorrow. Beat the Jets. Unfortunately, it looks like the 1 seed's out of the picture because the Chargers lost today. So that means they're not going to play. That means the AFC West has been won by the Broncos, which means the Chargers are playing the Broncos next weekend, and there's nothing to play for. So the Chargers are probably not going to even play their starters, which means the Broncos are going to win easily. They're going to get the 1 seed, and we're going to get the 2 seed. So whatever. That means we get to play the Chargers, and I'm not afraid of the fucking Chargers. So anyway, I'm going to go hit the hay, go watch the Chat Rats or Ray from Dallas or whoever's going on after this for the post-game show. And we will see you guys all for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on Tuesday. All right. Peace to your bum grease, folks. Outie.
Down Main, it's a clear night, screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow, every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth.